What's going on, guys? Haven't done one of these in a while. Welcome to a new free for all on the Renegade Pop Culture Podcast Network. My name is Mike. I'll be your host for this evening. Joining me, we've got Brock to my left,
No! I'm not dying. It's okay.
and below we've got Keona.
What up, G's?
And we're just gonna go flying by the seat of our pants with this one. We do have some topics of varying of varying degrees of emotions. Some that are a little bit more grave, and others that are pretty jovial. So, Keona, why don't we start with the more somber story?
Yeah, somber story. So I don't know how many of you know the Maui wildfires that have been happening basically this whole entire week. It's been insane. Maui is a place that's near and dear to my heart. I did most of my growing up there. I spent 8 years there, basically from when I was age 10 until I was 18. So went to high school there and everything. It's so surreal and tragic and bizarre to see Lahaina in flames, engulfed in flames, and now just like a ruin. Lahaina is a place that was very, very close to where I lived when I first moved to Maui. So I lived kind of nearby to it. I lived in like Napili and Honokawai and stuff, and it was just like kind of in that West Maui area. I also lived in Kihei, which was affected by the by the wildfires, I should say, and also lived up country for a little bit in Pukalani. And that was, to see Maui suffering like this, it's difficult. It's difficult. So what I really wanted to say was to all my friends and everybody on the Valley Isle, just take care, be strong, stay resilient, and I hope that help is on its way to you. I really hope so, and I keep you in my thoughts. And just you're in my heart right now. You're in my heart. My heart is heavy for all of you, and to everybody that I know there. Thankfully, most everybody that I know has marked themselves as safe. So thank the powers that be for that. And I also just wanted to mention there are five charitable organizations that people can donate to that I wanted to just mention. And I'm getting this information off of Forbes. So Maui Strong Fund is one that was created by the Hawaii Community Foundation to help residents affected by the wildfires. And you can donate online to that. All of this we will have in our show notes, by the way. So I would just definitely like to just reiterate this to you. Maui United Way, of course, is accepting online donations for wildfire relief. The Maui Humane Society, they expect an influx of animals who will need help because thousands have been displaced. The Maui Food Bank, of course, is also accepting online monetary donations as well as supplies, food, toiletries, all that stuff. And of course, the American Red Cross they have relief workers on the ground. So I just wanted to, just mention that real quick up front and just say that, my heart goes out to the people there. The death toll is now up to 67. I'm just it's beyond words. I can't even look at these pictures of the devastation. It's horrible. It's horrific. So please, if you can help, please do help. To anybody who is seeing this live and to anybody who is listening to this on our site, if you can, please do. And if you can't, then just just support. Messages of support, thoughts of support. That's what we need right now. So, oh my gosh, it's really horrible. I'm just so disheartened and dismayed. But this is why this is why we're all here, to help support each other and to do good. So I hope that things get better.
Agreed.
People there. Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear that friends and loved ones of yours have marked themselves safe, because
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I would be pretty devastated if, say, something were to happen in either New York or San Francisco, and
of course, anywhere.
Yeah, and anywhere that like my family or friends are located in.
Yeah.
Like to lose them to a disaster like that would be just devastating.
Yeah, hugely.
A similar situation years ago with in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's basically like where the Smoky Mountains meet up and go around. And two kids of dumbass rich parents were messing around with matches just in the mountains, and they got hit with unseasonably horrible, like 60-mile-per-hour winds that surrounded like the whole fucking town in flames. And my cousins have a cabin up there that they were going to stay in, and then decided not to. And 90% of that whole entire hill was just gone.
Jesus.
How fast this crap can happen is unreal.
It's unreal.
Yeah. Naturally or unnaturally.
I think what happened in this case was there was a storm system. So like the winds were picked up from the storm system, and it just caused like all of these fires to just spread.
Yeah. It's freaking nuts.
That's what I read.
This year in general has been...
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even understand it. Like...
Canadian wildfires.
Yeah, exactly.
Think how much me and Mike know about it. Mike's a New Yorker. I'm a Wisconsinite. I am seeing that every day. It got to the point of where, God, was that 2 months ago? I thought that, like, this is not me trying to brag. I'm using this for years reference for why it shouldn't have been right. I have a vehicle that I bought in 2020.
Yeah.
It saved my ass up, got a nice vehicle, was good. And then earlier this year, the AC just wasn't working. I'm like, that's not right. I haven't had this vehicle for more than 3 years. And then I brought it in. They're like, oh, it's under warranty. You have this and that and the other thing. It might be a temperature gauge, whatever. That'd be all, whatever. Just send it in. We'll take care of it. Mm-hmm. And then they give me a call and they're like, well, it wasn't covered, but it's only going to cost you $54 to fix the problem you were having. I'm like, what? And then I get there and they show me this thing and they're like, this is your cabin air filter. It should be pure white like this and you're good. And then they pulled out what had looked like an asbestos brick and smacked it up against the floor of the garage there, and just soot and dust everywhere. This is your cabin filter. It was so clogged that I wasn't getting returned air into the car, and I was like the fifth person that I complained. They think it's all from the amount of soot that is coming over from the wildfires that was happening in Canada.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah, it literally killed the fresh air coming into my vehicle from it. It soaked so much in. I live in the middle of Wisconsin, and it's that bad.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember what the air quality was like around that time?
Oh Lord, no. I tried not looking because it was just depressing. But that was right around the day where like New York was orange for like a day.
Upstate.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Upstate, it wasn't as bad, but there was a point like driving to work one morning where the sun was like orange.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on the news. It's crazy.
But luckily, it never got as bad as like in the city where like it actually looked like Blade Runner 2049.
Dude, I'm just looking at like the pictures of Lahaina and stuff. It's like this thing like destroyed structures, like buildings are gone because of these wildfires. It's just, I don't even know. But yeah, that's anyway.
I'm
just glad. I'm I'm just grateful that like the people that I know are safe, and I'm so deeply saddened by the fact that there's been loss of life and everything. It's just really, it's hard to take.
Yeah. So how about a lighter story?
Yeah, let's switch gears here.
There's been slow progress, but progress nonetheless with the writer's strike. On the one hand, we have now officially exceeded 100 days, which is how long the 2007 strike lasted.
Yeah, I remember that.
It is crazy to me that it has been 100 days.
I know.
That feels like they've been striking for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been 100 days, man.
My concept of time is so fucked the more I become an adult.
Yeah, it's gone.
But as of today, the AMPTP is finally ready with some counteroffers, and next week they're going back to the table.
Well, don't worry, it's still unreasonable. Bob Iger is mad that he might make less than $73,000 a day!
That is a stupid number.
As he sits on a $400 million yacht. Y'all are being ridiculous! He spits from the top of the mountain onto the poor peasants. Bob, people used to like you. Shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
People cheered when you came back, and now we don't want you.
And now it's like you burned your bridges, dude.
It took less than a fucking year for Bob Iger to be like the most celebrated CEO to he is worse than Michael Eisner.
Yeah.
He's doing Zaslav numbers now.
Yeah, God. And it's just like, I love how Sony is just like silently not saying a fucking word, but just be like, hey guys, we're probably going to make less money this year.
Sony's been the smartest one throughout this whole entire thing.
Just like
everything about Sony has been smart.
Oh no, the world's pulling a fucky wucky. We're just gonna shut up.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the right thing to do here. Pretty much the right.
My God. When the smartest situation is to just shut up, it is amazing how all these people that are just like, nah, we're going to keep talking, though. I'm going to be that drunk girl at the sorority party. Listen, no, listen. Tina, he still loves you. Trust me. Shut up!
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this little shout out to Red and her stream and everybody on her stream at Pixie too, and I'm just gonna say, listen, Linda.
Linda, listen. No, we give you palpitation. My old manager, Jason, I love it. If somehow you see this, Jason, I miss you. His wife's name was Linda. The amount of times he got his ass chewed for impersonating that kid. Just imagine jacked professional bodybuilder, my ex going just like built like a brick house. Linda, listen. I don't know why I gave that kid a list.
I'm just imagining like Sony right now in a meeting or something, and the CEO tries to say something, and they're like, "What? We don't have any CEO. Shut the fuck up!" And then
no, we don't have nothing.
You just like see some guy just getting stuffed in like a suitcase, and it's the CEO.
You just have someone somewhere silently. There's a red dot on Amy Pascal's head, going just like, "No, shut up! Don't say a word. You were doing so good for so long. Shut up! You're not saying anything." They have Avi Arad locked in a closet somewhere.
He's the one going in the suitcase.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Sony, for those who probably don't follow my other social media, tonight my theater had a advanced screening of Gran Turismo.
Nice.
And
what did you think?
I'm not going to get too specific, but
yeah, you don't have to.
The movie's pretty great.
So, question.
Interesting.
Question. I know I literally didn't know this was based off a true story until I saw it in the trailers. That shows how much I know about, like, the process of this movie. There's supposedly a uproar on everyone who uses X about how there's a unbearably sickening portrayal of a death is like, what is it? And do you feel that's over-exaggerated? I have no fucking idea what it is, because, again, I don't know the plot of the movie. I just know guy good at video game, go race car. That's literally all I know.
Okay. There is a spectator who gets killed in like a pretty big accident during the race.
Okay, apparently it's the most disrespectfully portrayed thing in movie history, from what I'm hearing.
It's not.
No, like, the amount of dumb complaints, they're acting like they shot a child and showed it on screen. I'm like, why are we making that big of a deal of this? Like, are you for real?
Seems a bit weird.
It's unreal. I was like, are you supposed to show it in higher definition? It's a spectator death in a car crash.
This kind of reminds me of now we're digressing into dumb Twitter complaints.
You mean all Twitter complaints?
Well, specific Twitter complaints.
Got it. We still call Twitter here, by the way. We are not calling it X. I don't care, Elon. Shut up.
Calling it X.
But as I was saying, like, this is kind of the same genre of dumb Twitter complaint as people who are mad that Oppenheimer didn't portray like the people and the victims of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Because it's not about that, you stupid people.
Yes. Plus, what you don't see in the context of the film is it's more impactful than had they actually shown the wreckage.
It would have been called The Bombing and not Oppenheimer.
Exactly.
Is it horrible what happened? Yes, and they bring it up multiple times. They tell you in the movie that they're making Oppenheimer pick what cities to bomb. No, that's horrible. And in 2 seconds after the Trinity test, they show you in a matter of moments just how horrible it is from what he's imagining it. Yep. It wouldn't have made it better if they showed it on screen. John Wick doesn't need any more excuse to kill the people in the movie because they don't show the actual stomp that kills his dog.
Exactly.
Sometimes not showing is just a lot better. For multiple reasons.
Last thing I'll say about Gran Turismo that is actually pretty cool. So the actual person that this movie is based on, Jan Mardenborough, he is both the co-producer and the stunt performer for all the racing scenes.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
So that kind of goes to show how much they really care about kind of emulating that authentic racing simulation as the video games.
I find it extremely weird that Neil Blomkamp, of all people, gets to direct a video game movie, and instead of it being Halo, it's Gran Turismo.
Yep, because Halo wouldn't make a good movie, Keona. You know, it just did so much better as a TV series. You know.
Oh, the TV series that was fucking bullshit? Okay, never mind. I ain't gonna get on that. But, you know.
I like how that
let's have a little character that comes in and is like the conscience of Master Chief. Yeah.
I love how that whole process went from Steven Spielberg to Neil Blomkamp to Peacock.
I think it was Paramount Plus, actually.
Oh, yeah. Paramount Plus. Sorry. It was the P Plus. I got the other P streaming service that was P streaming. Yes, I said that in the same sentence. It is a P streaming service. I am looking. It is sad how much
God knows I need one of those.
Yeah, it with age it gets worse.
Yeah, exactly.
That is my favorite thing to tell people. For people that don't know, I work at a window manufacturing company, and we have to say the word caulk quite a bit. So I just
There's
love
a lot
that.
of caulking.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of like they steal my caulk on a daily basis. But
Yes.
like you'll get the tubes that as they run out, they go slower. And like just every time we have a younger kid that works in there, he's like, my caulk, the flow of the caulk gun's not going that great. I'm like, yeah, that'll happen with age. That is my favorite thing to get to say ever at work.
Anytime I do a misfire in Fortnite, like I'm trying to use the pickaxe or something, but instead I use my gun and it misfires and stuff. I'm always like, well, that's a problem that's common with men my age.
Yeah, it just happens as you're getting older.
Yeah. Premature.
What were we talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
We were talking about streaming services. We were talking about Peacock. But it's just so sad that I'm looking more forward to Knuckles than I am to ever watching Halo.
Same.
And also, speaking of that, like I've heard that outside of that really bad preview we saw, that Twisted Metal is like actually pretty good.
Yeah, Twisted Metal is not bad.
Yeah,
Twisted Metal is not bad.
Red
gave it a 10 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was good. It was good. I had fun.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I just got too busy last week that I never got around to it, but
I forgot it premiered.
But I actually was in like after hearing people say like, "Yo, this show is legit." I like got genuinely curious and wanted to check it out. If anyone is interested in maybe like an arcade special or a marquee,
of
course, like we could definitely talk about Twisted Metal, because hearing all the positive reviews has definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah, that was the weirdest clip to show. And then like later, like they showed another clip of Sweet Tooth shoving the grenade in the guy's mouth. I'm like, you should have led with that one.
Yeah, you should have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
That would have gotten people more interested.
Yeah.
It's kind of an eccentric show, which is not a bad thing. But I was just like, okay, at least they kept the weirdness, and at least they did like this massive like fourth wall break in the opening in the first episode.
Yeah,
which
and
I thought was pretty fun.
I looked a bit back more because it's been a hot minute since I've touched Black. It is very, very in tune with how that game is. From
very much the dark humor. Yeah, super in tune with that.
Yeah. So again, most video games do them as a series.
I think that like the one thing, and I'm gonna echo like what I think it was Jeremy Johns, was it, who said this, but like Mr. Grimm should have been in this show. But I think they're saving it for season 2.
Probably, because it does well enough.
It was cool. I mean, I think they did some very interesting things with it. So yeah, it was not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be. So that's always a good thing. Always a good thing. And you get to see Samoa Joe's real name.
What is his real name?
Freaked me out. I can't even. I won't reveal it because we don't want to break kayfabe.
Oh, but dear God! His first.
We don't want to break kayfabe.
His first name is not Samoa.
It's not Samoa. It's not Samoa. My
oh, now it's ruined.
Yeah. Kayfabe is broken.
Or like when I heard Billy Gunn's real name is Kip Sop.
That already sounds like a wrestling
Why does that
name.
hurt me?
I don't know. Like,
why does it hurt me?
Or it's like Liv Morgan's real name is something. It is a super Italian name, and it sounds amazing. I'm just like, oh wait, because WWE can't trademark it and make money off of it. Stupid bullshit.
Yeah. Samoa Joe.
It is what it is.
Joe Sianoa. I'm probably mispronouncing it.
Oh, so his real first name is Joe. Okay.
His actual first name is Joe.
The mood isn't completely ruined.
Not completely. No, kayfabe is not completely broken. Thank God.
Mike, do you know where kayfabe comes from?
I'm a Schmodown fan. I have some idea.
Well, no, you know it comes from wrestling, but do you know how it came up with kayfabe?
I don't know where the specific word came from, but I know what it is.
If I remember correctly, it was in the credits of, it was a wrestling thing, but it was in the credits. I can't remember exactly what the show was, but it was executive producer, and the guy's name was Kay, and then Fabe, Fabbe. So they just made up a name. For the producer was Kayfabe, so now it's just whatever it is in kayfabe.
Oh, I see.
Everything about wrestling is pretty amazing. Stupid. They always just come up with just the dumbest shit.
Love it. I love it. It's great.
That's why I grew up watching it and just loved it.
Yeah.
We couldn't realize that Mr. America wasn't Hulk Hogan until he took his mask off camera. Even as a middle school kid, I'm like, that's Hulk Hogan. What are we doing? Also, Vince, you hired him. Where was the interview? He had to have the mask off during the interview. What are we doing? You didn't know you rehired Hulk Hogan?
Doesn't break kayfabe. Doesn't break it. Ever. Mr. America, don't break kayfabe.
No, Mr. America don't break kayfabe. Or does Vince McMahon as he spends tens of millions of dollars on a sexual lawsuit. That never happened, people.
It's good shit, brother. It's good shit.
I don't understand how that man puts on pants in the morning.
He probably doesn't. He probably pays someone else's wife
mustache.
to do it. Oh, that. How is that the worst thing about him?
It is, though.
Or his jet black hairspray job. Vince, how do you look more like a pedophile the older you get, trying to make yourself look younger? And like Mike, he twice. Oh boy, are we getting into some shit here? This is the same guy who gets mad if someone organically getting over. I think I talked with you about this recently on a recording, Mike. Mm-hmm. Gets over on their own. Not if he didn't make it. He would literally punish people for doing this. He spent millions of dollars to buy WCW to make them look stupid, and instead of making money organically. Where was I going with this? Okay, so his daughter Stephanie got pregnant in mid 2000s. It's the reason why they think Triple H looked really bad for a while, because they believed he was off roids to try and have children. Anyway, I don't honestly believe that, because he's one of the people that everyone talked about how he didn't even drink because he kept his body really pure. Anyway, she got pregnant. Stephanie is one of two kids that the world knows that Vince has. And she has a brother named Shane.
Yes.
Vince proposed to have an on TV storyline that Stephanie was pregnant with Shane's kid. And then when she goes to Vince and said, "No, that's disgusting. I don't want to do that," Vince then goes, "Well, what if we made it my kid?" As if that's better.
Did he not think that through?
I'm frankly amazed that Vince Russo didn't come up with that.
As in the same vein of where Vince thought up the idea involving a woman named Katie Vick, where they had Triple H simulate having sex with her in a coffin in a funeral home while wearing a cane mask, the guy who he was feuding with. Vince McMahon. The person who threatened his board of directors, because he's the stock main holder in the company, that he wouldn't sign off new TV deals unless they let him back in, because he resigned because he was finally caught in a sexual scandal where he spent tens of $millions of dollars of not his own company's, not his own money, the company's actual spending money to cover up a sexual assault case from the 80s.
Yep.
This fucking guy.
Vince is the worst. The absolute worst. It's just bad. Just bad. can't stand him. I just can't stand him. There are a few people that I wish would get their taint ripped off with a belt sander than Vince McMahon.
I don't blame you.
It would be well deserved. Frankly, yeah.
When you make Vince Russo look like less of a douchebag, you are trying really hard.
Bro, what?
Bro! You don't even understand, bro!
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Mike, I don't even need to understand. I don't even need to try to explain Vince Russo to people that understand that the word bro is his entire personality.
That's his entire personality.
Bro,
just
it's
bro.
Bro, let me tell you what, bro. I'm from New York, bro. That's
one of the men who, like, outside of him and Bischoff, like, both teamed together to sink the only legitimate competition that WWE ever had in the mid 90s.
Yep.
They went, how fast can we bankrupt this company? And then raced towards it.
Yeah, they did.
And then simultaneously went, wait, what do you mean Jeff Jarrett's doing something somewhat financially okay over there? Can I ruin that shit too? Bro, let me in there.
All right.
How do these people keep getting jobs?
If we want to continue talking about heels, should we mention Stephen Amell's comments? And how very, very not smart of him to say things like that.
Very non-Oliver Queen of him.
I like you a lot. You are a commendable person who does a lot of things for a lot of good people, especially cancer charity. I get what you were trying to say, but shut up.
Yeah, that was, not a good look. Not a good look, man.
Very not a good look.
It's just one of those where
that was really disappointing, honestly. Like, I was disappointed to read that. I shouldn't have been surprised, and I shouldn't have been like, because basically everybody in Hollywood's kind of a shit dick. But like
he's one of those ones that wasn't. And like this was just an off-kilter opinion. Like, he's shown to be an unbelievably charitable good person outside of the camera. He's really good at playing somewhat dickheadish people on screen, but just why? It's one of those situations where we talk like with the Sony CEO. Just don't talk.
Gotta bring out the suitcase again.
Yeah.
The worst thing about it is, like a couple days later, he almost doubled down on his comments on TMZ of all fucking places.
Oh, jeez.
How are they still a company? How are they still a company?
I hate them so much, and I hate that in recent years they've been like the first people to break like celebrity deaths, which just feels very dirty.
Because they don't do it for the correct reasons.
Oh no, of course not. They don't do anything
for
the
clicks.
correct reasons.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they just suck. And since the strike is very much on the mind right now, I really have a bone to pick with the way certain trades have covered the strike. Like Deadline especially pisses me off with every single headline that they've put out lately.
Yeah, it's not well phrasing of certain things and denying deals. I'm just like, no, they just don't want to put up with bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course taking certain quotes like just completely out of context.
Well, I mean, who has the money in this situation? It sure ain't the writers, and it sure ain't most of the actors.
No, when that statistic got brought up, that like 80% of them make less than $20,000 or $23,000, so they don't qualify for healthcare. And this is not me bragging in any way, shape, or form. If I work enough overtime in a year, I, as a line lead at a window manufacturing company in the middle of Wisconsin, make 2.5 times 80% of the actors in Hollywood.
That's
What?
messed up.
Because you're talking about people that just go in like they're day players or what have you, or they're like people that are essentially like, you know, you get like a one-off role on like, you know, you do the mother load.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls.
And yeah, and you get like these people that are always a like character actor or a side actor that don't get these big things. Like the best one ever is, oh man, what's his name? Oh, he's on Community. Shoot, I can't think of his name.
Danny Putty.
It could be. He's in DuckTales also.
Yeah, Danny Putty.
He was in this great interview with
Larry King.
And like Larry King's like, where do you get anywhere? Do your private plane? This and that. He's like, Larry, I'm in DuckTales. And it's played off as a joke. But like, it's true. I'm not one of the multimillionaires. I'm like the guy who's going from job to job.
Yeah, he like Larry was asking him about luxuries, and the things that he brought up were like coffee, a nice pair of socks.
Yeah. Like, what about your private planes, Larry? I'm in DuckTales. And then you get like
private plane.
Yeah, and then you get like you barely get to hear about that, and then like the only time you hear about good celebrities is where like you hear about people like Ryan Reynolds, who gets like a Canadian High Honor Award because of like him and his wife giving away a good chunk of the money they make to good things.
Indeed.
And also, like, if we're talking about Ryan Reynolds, I feel like he makes more money off of his entrepreneurship.
He does. He never has to work a day in his life just from selling Mint Mobile. He never has to work a day in his life ever again.
Or his gin or
aviation gin.
Yep. Or now owning a soccer team
that he bought for dirt and turned around into a giant industry along with the TV show, and now they like got up a freaking I can't remember what it is. It's it's promoted, right? When they go up standing. I literally only know what I've seen in Ted Lasso. I believe it's being promoted. I think it is, but yeah, it's unreal. It's freaking unreal. Or yeah, he probably does outside of like the Deadpool movies. I don't think he makes that big a bank off of stuff. Cause yeah, and it's honestly, it's weird how he rips into Fox in those movies about how they don't want to spend money and pay people to be in them.
That is pretty funny.
Like, we made more money than the guy who invented pants, I believe, is what he said in the second one. And like, he still can't afford to pay for people. It's like I think the hardest I laughed at a comic book movie in like 15 years was when that hit, and he was just like, funny how I only see you two here. It's almost like the studio didn't want to pay for another X-Men. He just walks out of the building. I'm like, it's so true. I love it.
I love that moment in the second one where he's like, Passion of the Christ, then us.
Then us. We're right here. He's like, we couldn't even get the bar stool with the pigeon wings. What are those used for? And you just see Beast like closing the doors.
Closing the door slowly. That's great. Oh man.
Oh, that scene was amazing.
All of them.
The Deadpool movies are the gems of the freaking like of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, in my opinion.
Well, it's like that's all that Fox could do. It was just like, no, you're not touching them.
Yeah.
We are handling it. Go away.
Well, now he's going to touch all of it everywhere he wants.
Oh, I'm going to put it all over. like Ryan is one of those people that like he just is authentically funny without trying. Like, one of my favorite things were like, he was talking on the Graham Norton show after Deadpool 2, and they're like, is it easy to get in suit? He's like, absolutely not. He's like, no, it's not comfortable. Like, I could taste my own genitals when I'm inside the suit. Or like when he finally got the movie made, and like he tells the story of leaving, and one of the prop people was like, Ryan, you need to take the suit off. He's like, I've been trying to get this movie made for 13 years. I dare you to try and get this suit off of me. I am leaving.
It's great, dude.
It's brazenly talking about how they stole. It is like, what? I made a couple million off this movie. I will pay the fine for stealing from studio property.
I bet the fine is only like a couple 100,000.
Yeah, it's just whatever it is. It is just like freaking. That was like I learned it. Oh shoot. I was watching. I somehow got sucked into a vortex of like old Bulls like YouTube clips, and they were talking about when Jordan came back. Jordan came back, and he didn't have his old number anymore. Like he couldn't wear his number, and someone trash talked him how he wasn't doing good in the first half. I can't remember what it is, and then he came back out wearing the old jersey, and he had to pay a multiple $1,000 fine every game that he came back out wearing his old number.
Wow.
and there was a bunch of stuff where someone trash talked him. And he's like, and they just dunked on him. I think he scored like 40 points on just specifically him in that game. He's like, you never trash talk Black Jesus again. And he walked away.
Yeah, that sounds like Mike.
That's great.
Oh man, watching old clips of like them talking about him and Dennis Rodman's behavior of stuff like, oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah. The good old days.
Go back to Deadpool for a second. You know, as much as I support both the writers and actors strike, I am a little disappointed that Deadpool 3 has been taken off the schedule.
Same.
That is the legit, and I mean legit, only thing I'm upset about, just slightly. Because right before the strike happened, we got to see the set pictures.
See the suit, the Wolverine suit.
Yeah, and the best part about that suit is I think the sleeves are going to come off eventually when they're indoors, because they brought a thing out they pretty much said that he wanted to have out filming outside to have fully covered, because he just finally got like all the skin cancer removed from him.
Oh yeah, that's right. He
had a bad couple of bouts with that, and he was finally in the clear, so he's like fully clothed up. So I'm wondering if they're going to CGI those sleeves off eventually, or like there was someone I saw on Twitter, an artist that has done commissions for me, was like, an explosion's going to happen later, and eventually his sleeves are going to be off, and it's going to be fine.
I could totally see that happening.
Absolutely.
I'm so curious. I'm just really curious to see like what they do with
what I think they're going to do, and if all these rumors are true, I think they're going to kind of make a version of Deadpool kills the Fox universe.
Yeah. Coy Jandreau has been talking about Deadpool kills the Fox universe for at least like 5 years.
Can you imagine if like the movie starts with him knocking on Disney's door and being like, so I can finally come in, right? And he's like, no, you got a lot of baggage. We can't have all that coming with you. And they're basically like, tell him that he can't join the MCU until he kills the rest of Fox. That would be amazing.
I need this movie now.
Earn that R rating.
Do you think? Okay, here's the thing. Do you think he's gonna go and kill the Feige bot from like the finale of She-Hulk?
I don't know. I think we're gonna see him have a conversation with it. I don't see him having a conversation with the Feige bot. I see him having a conversation with Feige.
With Feige, yeah. Because that would one up it completely.
They have a lot of they like Ryan Reynolds was probably personally pissed off and happy that She-Hulk went as hard as it did, because he was like, fuck, I probably had a lot of those ideas, but then also, fuck, I have to try harder now.
What if they do a sort of Wizard of Oz thing where we see the Kevin bot, but then 2 seconds later we see Kevin Feige in the back, controlling the thing.
It could be. Of all movies where we're actually going to possibly see Kevin in one, it would be this. Because Kevin has been going out of his way to be like, no, trust me, we're letting them make it good.
I have never talked to you both about this, but did you guys enjoy She-Hulk?
I loved it.
I did.
It might be my favorite thing they've ever done.
I had the exact opposite reaction, honestly. I did not love it.
What didn't you like?
I don't know why. Okay, so like I just thought it was. I thought most of the humor was forced, and I thought most of it was really bad. Like I was so surprised because I really wanted to like it. I love Tatiana Maslany in that role. I love her in that role. I think she's absolutely perfect. I just think that they did not go. Oh boy, you know it's been a long time since I watched it, so I'll probably revisit it, and maybe my opinion will be a little bit more positive.
Do you think?
But like,
do you think
I personally
it's just
did not love it.
Do you think it's just a matter of like the irreverence of the comic, like not fully translating to?
Yeah, I don't think it fully translated, and I don't think that like the breaking the fourth wall stuff in the finale, I don't think it really worked for me. I don't know. It's probably just a personal thing where like it just didn't hit me the right way or something. So that's why I want to go back and I want to revisit it. But I just think that, yeah, sorry, Gav. Sorry about that. But like, yeah, I just think that it could have been better for me personally. It could have been better.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say that it's not like a piece of garbage or anything. Like I did not think that about it, but I just thought that I love Tatiana in the role. I thought she did a great job. I wanted maybe a little bit more out of it.
What did you think of the Daredevil episode?
I thought that was one of the better ones, to be honest. I think that it definitely it again, they played it for laughs. So, it was it was a bit of a leap for me going from like, it being the same actor playing Daredevil, but not the same Daredevil. It just messed with my head a little bit. But other than that, I would say it's one of the better episodes of the series, I think. The villain sucked, but that's okay. He wasn't really there to be good.
He sucked on purpose, so that was part
He
of it.
sucked on purpose. Yeah. I found it a little bit weird that they had sex. I mean, I just
for me, as much as from what I've seen of She-Hulk comics, I was not shocked.
I mean, I'm not shocked by it, but it's like, yeah, I guess it's better than the Chuck Austin, let's have She-Hulk and Juggernaut have sex.
Yeah. Both She-Hulk and Matt aren't exactly afraid of taking their pants off, if we're going to be honest.
No, they are not. No, they are not. They are both.
They have definitely gotten around.
Yeah, they have. But I will say that, like, I don't know. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it, so maybe then I'll like it more. Same with Hawkeye. Hawkeye was another one where I was like, oh my god, this show. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just like for a while there, they were just making these shows that just seemed to like they were missing something. And I think what they were missing for me was just like, I don't know, have a build up to something good. Have a build up to like a fight or something. I mean, She-Hulk, for them laying into the humor and stuff and really going like 1,010% into the humor aspect of it, that's fine. But I also want to see Shulky kick some ass because she's an ass kicker. On top of being funny, on top of being a fourth wall breaker, she's a She-Hulk. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. For me, it was very mid, as MJF would say.
Since
Hawkeye was worse.
Worse?
For me. It was worse. Yeah, I really did not like Hawkeye.
Was it too? Did that show lean too heavily into the humor? Or
I think it was maybe a little bit of that, and I think it was just like, like they had the perfect template for it. They had the Matt Fraction stuff. They made the bro guys, they were like the major villains, which I think was kind of not a great idea. Like, don't make them the major villains, the tracksuit mafia. I don't know. Like, you had Matt Fraction and David Aja's comics right there, and like you have Madam Mask, and you have like a whole bunch of stuff. You have the swordsman guy. Like, do something with that. I don't know. Don't make it like the tracksuit mafia, and then we get this. I I don't know. It's very middling shows for me, those two especially. So
I think this leads into probably the biggest problem I have with like the Marvel shows, and Brock and I have talked about this before on our after the credits series, that they haven't found the right sweet spot between the number of episodes. Like
yes.
I'm not saying we need to go back to like the traditional
the
network
22
TV.
episode. Yeah, no, we don't have to do that. But I mean, like,
Recommend.
it would be better than just doing 6 episodes and it being like half an hour an episode. That's not enough time.
No,
And it's no wonder they're just playing it up with like big freaking jokes and stuff. Like they learn the wrong things about like humor and where humor goes and where it belongs, I feel. Like they're constantly like, I love the undercutting humor. I love that, but not on every single show, and not like to the point where it gets monotonous and it ruins like the whole entire buildup that you're trying to do. I don't know. For me, it just that's kind of, I think they're just too much into the whole, what do they call it, the bathos thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they're maybe going too far into that.
The only show that has been successful with the 6-episode format, and it's ironic because this is the only one getting a second season, Loki.
Yeah, agree.
And maybe that's why, because they were like almost guaranteed a second season. That
Well, it's the only one that had a plan for a second season continuity wise. That was one complaint that I actively get pissed off seeing. The show wasn't good if it's not getting a second season, even though if there was no story point reason to get it. Well, that means that it sucks. Howdy. No! They call them limited series for a reason, you fucktards. That's why they're called that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Loki for me was another one where it was like, it wasn't perfect, but at least I will say that I liked it more than I liked Hawkeye, more than I liked She-Hulk. And that saddens me to say. I'm a huge Shulky fan, okay? I love She-Hulk. I love her as a character. I love Jen Walters. I think it's a great, like, and like I said, I love the actress, but like it really, oh, I wish it was better. And it's not for the reasons that all the all the little incels out there were saying, oh yeah, where's their female Hulk? No, it's not because of that. It's because if you actually watch the show, like, I think there's some criticisms to be made for it, but I also think that it's not, it's not like because of anything like that.
Something I just really hate about the state of modern media criticism is like you have to be careful to articulate your points so that you don't get lumped into like the incels, the bigots.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to come across that way. Like I'm saying it's because like,
Oh, don't worry. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, no. I
like,
get you.
Yeah, like you just have to be careful if you're like. It's frustrating that way.
There is such a thing as valid constructive criticism versus like just saying like, oh my god, it's a woman as a Hulk. Like, dude. Know your history, read your comics, or at least look it up. Look it up on the Marvel Wiki.
That involves more than 2 clicks. If you have to look past the title of the article and click into it and look at it, it is too much work.
But have you guys? Okay, so what did you think? This leads me to another question. What did you think of Secret Invasion? Because that's been a hot topic.
One that I've actively felt like I did not like when it was over. I've liked every other series except that one. Because that is the one where I felt like each episode, they made them have something big for the sake of someone to talk about it. Like every death and big moment that really didn't tie into each other after all. That series felt incredibly lost. Because it had 4 different plot points that didn't really feed into each other.
Yeah.
I kind of have to agree. The more I think about it, like I still generally enjoyed like the series overall, but the finale was, and
that was a bit weird.
We have super Skrulls at home.
In isolation, the fight with Emilia Clarke and Gravik's like the fight between Gaia and Gravik in isolation was cool.
Yes.
It just it's just a bummer that the show started off as like, you know, like a paranoid espionage thriller with aliens to...
No, the biggest problem is that Gravik fucking sucks.
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah.
He's the worst villain they've ever made.
He was a horrible villain, honestly, and he wasn't that threatening.
No. He was the definition of, they're evil. They didn't do the thing I said, even though it was really bad, so screw them all. What do you mean I'm turning into Hitler? You should agree with me or I'll kill you. You didn't agree with me, I'll kill you. What do you mean you think I'm turning into Hitler because I killed the only person who didn't agree with me? I'm going to murder you all!
Yeah, he killed, like, everybody on his side. Good job.
And then I'm going to make them our own site where it's safe because it'll also kill the humans. That'll make my point get across. Whose side are you on, Gravik? And then, like, Rhodey, he's talking about being a Skrull to secret agents who aren't Skrulls in video camera available hallways protecting the president.
Oh.
I'm like, these scenes don't make sense. If they aren't Skrulls, Rhodey shouldn't be saying these things. And then, no, they weren't. I'm just like, why are we doing this?
And also, if you have a Skrull, like, if you have, like, a secret Skrull invasion, why wouldn't you call in the rest of the Avengers?
Because they don't want them being captured. That part I got.
Yeah.
They want to try
and also they don't want to use the budget.
That is part of it.
The honest reason is they don't want to overspend.
I don't know. See, for me, it was like I liked the espionage thing. I liked Nick Fury being older and kind of like, you know, he's kind of like washed up and he's kind of like feeling like that whole existential crisis of like I don't, you know, like I'm over this whole thing already.
If it would have stayed only that, it would have been great.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't mind certain aspects of the tone. I thought that this show at least got like certain things right in terms of the tone and not inserting like bad jokes everywhere. Like for me personally, I thought that was good.
The best part about the show was Olivia Colman.
Oh my God.
She was great. She was great. She was having the time of her life in this show. Yes, and that was amazing.
She was just delightful.
And I love Emilia Clarke, so Emilia Clarke can really do no wrong, in my opinion. She did a great job. But except, you know, I mean, that wasn't her fault. It was just what they did with the character sucked. But anyway.
And same with the actor who played Gravik. Like, Kingsley Benavier is a great actor.
He's a good actor. He has moments.
It's just the character that didn't work.
It's just the character didn't work, and it gave him no range, like no personality, not whatsoever. The dude was one note all the time.
He was
except for when he banged the table that one time.
Yeah. He was a Power Rangers villain.
Yes, he was.
It drove me insane. I'm like, you have the same level of conviction as Igor in Power Rangers. What are we doing?
Yeah. I loved who was the actress who played Nick Fury's wife? I'm forgetting her name.
But she played Priscilla. I can remember that.
Yeah, Priscilla.
Her human name was Priscilla.
She was great. Mm-hmm. I loved her, and I love their scenes together, and I love that whole thing. You know that I remembered from Birdman, the movie Birdman, where they were talking about Charlene Woodard. She's fantastic, and her scenes with Samuel L. Jackson, just like Priscilla and Fury, like the whole recitation of Beloved, like that was great. I loved it.
That was great, and they had great scenes together. But then they also shoehorned in a dumb detail later where they're like, "Well, I just don't know if he actually likes me if I look like a Skrull." That came in like 3 episodes left. I'm like, that was never an issue that you brought up.
That was never an
it
issue.
Needed to be. you're bringing in another plot point to have a 2-second resolution later. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
You don't need another side plot. And like that brings up another moment with her. She gets contacted by Gravik to take care of Nick.
Yeah.
She's married to Nick Fury, one of the most paranoid, I need to be ready at all moments situations ever. So to possibly kill Nick, she had to go to a bank, take out a safety deposit box to get a gun she had stored. You're trying to tell me
I
in
was like,
this
what the hell
world
is that?
that Nick wouldn't have her keep a gun at the house? There was a bunch of dumb scenes like that that to me just went, oh, what are they going to do next week with that detail where it led to nothing that would have just been a regular thing that didn't need to be upped.
I thought she was going to get something else out of that safety deposit.
Yeah, something.
I did not
weird.
think it was going to be just like a gun.
Like I asked Mike, I'm like, did we establish that you need to have special bullets to kill a Skrull? No, we didn't. You just did that. And then like another thing, when they're having the big showdown in the end where the president is sitting in the thing, Nick comes down the hallway and Olivia Colman has a gun to Rhodey's Skrull. They established the episode before that Olivia Colman was not afraid to shoot her previous boss in the foot and not kill him to show he was a Skrull. Shoot Rhodey in the fucking foot then! Show the president he's a Skrull! He only knew he was a Skrull after fucking Nick shot him! Why are we forgetting plot points to add drama? That was most of that show. They forgot the previous fucking episode. It was written to try and stay espionage by forgetting previous plot points. That show was such a weird hodgepodge of stuff that it didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah. That's the major fault.
And like Nick, like I'm going to go into a whole big rant that I had in the episode already, but oh my god, that just it was so just fell apart. If it would have just been Nick has no one, we're going to go here.
And I thought that the thing of it was that like it was so mundane. Like the ending was just mundane, and it made no sense that the president, like, okay, so they saved the president, and now he's like, I'm gonna just round up every single Skrull that's here.
Every Skrull dead. Presidential order, kill all the Skrulls. Even though they showed you proof on the news that a Skrull saved your ass.
I won't say that Secret Invasion was the worst Marvel show.
I will. What do you think? What do you think was worse, Mike? Honestly,
I still think Hawkeye was worse.
You still think Hawkeye was worse?
I hate Hawkeye.
I mean, if we're including the Netflix shows, I'd say Iron Fist or
I'm not
including Iron Fist,
I'm not
dude.
Including Netflix whatsoever.
Iron Fist is so bad.
What do you think was worse out of the shows that they consider canon now?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it might be Secret Invasion. The only other one I could think of was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's not necessarily
at least had an eventful solution at the end.
We'll always have Madripoor.
Yeah, and like they actually had plot points. Bucky had to figure himself out that he wasn't a stone cold murderer. And then Sam had to deal with being in the shadow of Steve. They had two plot points that they resolved and kept throughout the show.
Yeah. Didn't forget about it.
No, they kept it simple.
Yeah.
And
that was the thing too. They tried to do too much.
Yeah, and it leads right to Captain America 4.
Absolutely.
I have no idea what, like, I understand that the Marvels is supposed to be like a follow-up to Secret Invasion, but like I don't know what the future looks like after Secret Invasion.
I don't either. I just know that I'm probably going to see Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, and I need to see that in my life.
I definitely need that too.
Well, I just don't understand what these kids in their comic books are going to turn red into a big monster. I don't know.
How they got Harrison Ford also. That still blows my mind.
Same.
Awesome.
Isn't he in his 80s?
Yes.
I think he's just 80.
That's unreal to me. And that's
81.
crazy to me. He's 81. They have him in that movie, and we're also, of all things, they can finally stop pretending like The Incredible Hulk isn't a canon movie. We're having the leader in this movie. That blows my mind to this day. Still, people are like, nope, they changed actors, therefore it doesn't count anymore. I don't care if they also did that with Rhodey. That's not the same thing. I don't know why I turn into a southern irritated Karen every time I talk about internet people, but I can't help it.
It's just how it is.
Maybe it's because I was in Tennessee for a week not too long ago. Maybe that's what it is.
It's a fact of life.
But yeah, that'll probably lead into the Thunderbolts somehow. And then we have the Avengers movies.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. This is another question I have. Speaking of Thunderbolts, would you rather see Olivia Colman's character Sonya taking the place of what's her name, Elaine from Seinfeld?
Contessa.
No, because I still don't even know what they want it to be, and at this point, that doesn't match her to me.
What is the point of her character?
I think
she becomes like doesn't she become like Madam Hydra or some shit in the comics?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Madam Hydra.
I just wonder, like, what is the point?
Like, that was my biggest complaint about Black Panther 2. I hated everything to do with her. I couldn't stand it. That took you out of everything cool in the film.
It took you out of everything else that was happening. Yeah, all the good stuff that was happening.
Oh,
she is
Viper.
Madam Hydra.
Madam Hydra is Viper.
Yeah, Madam Hydra's Viper.
Her real name is not that. Her real name is Ophelia Sarkeesian. So no, she's not Madam Hydra. Whoever that is.
So who does she become? Because she becomes something.
She might be, but like Madam Hydra and Viper was in, for everyone who forgets, she was in the Wolverine.
I remember that.
For a little bit, she was in the Wolverine. And she actually wasn't too terrible in that. For the little bit she was in, it was not too terrible. But they didn't call her, they obviously couldn't call her Madam Hydra, they just called her Viper.
She's not a literal Viper, though. They made her
I know, the skin peeling thing was a little weird, but the rest of it and the poisoning was not bad. Before the end of the movie, it was pretty good.
That
you have
movie,
to remember
that whole movie before the end of the movie was pretty good.
It was. It really was.
And then you get to the end where like it's the dude in the freaking suit and he's the silver. No.
Yeah, no.
Why the fuck?
Like, I love explaining to my youth pastor or my surrogate dad now why I get like visibly pissed at certain points when they happen in comic book movies. Like, he's not a guy that knows anything about comics. He's not like that big of a stickler on movies. Like, a movie has to be really bad before he gets mad. And then like I'm explaining to him why I, with vitriolic acid, hate X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I'm like, outside of Taylor Kitsch, who should have stayed as Gambit, because wow, was he great in that film?
Mm-hmm.
The movie sucked. Like, plot-wise, everything. And then the biggest thing was
CGI claws.
We're going to make Wade Wilson unbelievably perfect in the first 10 minutes. Be like, guys, this is what Deadpool could be. And then we're not going to do it. I'm not even going to mention the fact that he literally shouldn't be able to move his arms if he has those fucking katanas in. Let's just throw the logic of that right out the door. We're just like, no, it'd be really funny if we sewed his mouth shut and made him Baraka with laser eyes. And then maybe we'll show an end credit scene where he can be Deadpool later. No.
And then we'll call him the Deadpool because he's got all the genetics from all the different
finally
mutants.
found a way to shut you up, huh? Hardy, her. And then, like, he watches it and he doesn't mind the movie because, again, it's just dumb action. He's fine. And then me and my buddy Morgan, like, hate it. And I mean, I can't even put into words how much I hated it. And then that test footage finally leaked. And I'm like, Luke, do you want to understand why I hate this movie? That is what Deadpool should be. And he sat down, he watched it, and he goes, okay, I still don't hate that movie, but I understand why you hate it.
Why did they have Wolverine be found by Ma and Pa Kent?
He had to
And
have
that was
an
supposed to be James and Heather Hudson?
No. Keona, you have to have an origin story to the leather jacket. How else would they know how he got it?
Jesus.
That's all he got out of that scene was the leather jacket. How are they supposed to know? And you can't know that his claws are sharp unless he cuts a sink open, or that he's heavy unless he sinks a motorcycle down a little bit. It's character building.
You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
I could because I just see him looking like he wants to fucking shoot me in the bottom there. He's just like, stop talking. You're making me irritated. You know, like
I just miss doing that.
And the worst part is that ruined them doing more Origins films because they were going to do a Magneto one and then they canned it.
That turned into First Class.
Turned into First Class, which is much better.
Yes.
Holy crap. Wow.
Yeah, and then they eventually ruined that too. Does everybody remember the quality of the costumes in Dark Phoenix? Like the cloth bullshit that they had on after they showed all those extravagant costumes at the end where all of them had individual cool things. They're just like, nah, we know this isn't going to make money. I will tell you though, X-Men Dark Phoenix did a thing that broke my brain, and I can never understand or physically think Magneto's a threat anymore. Because in all of these movies, and they did it in X-Men 1, they did it in the first one, where they forced the helmet down on him, and that made, or they had to have someone tear the helmet off so that Magneto could, or so that Xavier could get control of his mind. Then you have the scene in Dark Phoenix where I don't know how I have been listening to comics or reading comics, watching these cartoons, been writing a fan fiction based on Ruby where you can give people low-level mutant powers called semblances, but it can't be too ridiculous for power balancing and all this horseshit, where I'm watching Dark Phoenix, and at the end of this movie, they're like, I'm sorry, Gene, your psychokinetic abilities don't work on me because of the helmet. And she just takes the helmet off of him. I have been watching X-Men cartoons and reading X-Men comics since 1996. How have I never seen them just whoop the helmet off his head? That's no longer a physical, way to prevent Xavier anymore. If in my brain, that broke it. I can't see them use that helmet anymore because it just went, whoop. That was his big trump card. And someone finally went, yeah, that helmet's not special. I can take it off of you. We have 900 telepaths.
And they can just take it off.
How? In that dog shit movie that you also wasted Jessica Chastain as Pale Alien number 4.
As Vuk. We don't give a Vuk.
The Phoenix looked so cool at the end of that movie. They are physically incapable of making the Phoenix good. It always has to, first they made it that dumb alternate personality in the original trilogy. My God, that was dumb. And then they do that.
What's actually the original plan?
Well, I get that, but that's not a good idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could have
changed
done
it
it a
for
lot
a
better
reason.
than that, you know.
Making it a alternate alien human being is why they changed it.
Yeah.
Because the original's stupid. Because oh no, she's
but then
too hard to control.
The worst part about it is she has access to the Phoenix at the end of Apocalypse.
Yes,
and then
again, all these movies soft reboot themselves every time they make a new one, so it's like it never happened.
So when the Marvel Cinematic Universe inevitably gets to X-Men,
they're going to do Dark Phoenix. They almost have to. Because they can't do the Brood, because we're just going to come off another alien invasion, and I don't need Kitty Pryde being a freaking test tube pregnant woman again. I doubt they'd start off with Sinister because that makes no sense. And for the love of God, do not make Magneto the first movie villain. Don't.
Okay.
You know what would be really interesting?
Hold on. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead, Mike.
Don't repeat the same mistake that Fox did handling Dark Phoenix. The best thing that
don't do it twice and make it suck both times.
The best way to do that is play the long game. Like do
absolutely
do what they did for like the Infinity Saga and like have that shit play out.
Absolutely.
Because then you can do the Shi'ar. You can do like the whole alien thing. You can do it like right.
And you can do what they wanted to kind of do in Apocalypse, where you can have moments where like maybe her hair flares up weird or she has nightmares and you start seeing, oh, that's a sign that the Phoenix thinks that she might be a good host, not that she has the thing and then doesn't have it. And you had such a good actress to play Jean both times.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can fumble that bag twice when the cartoons have done a better job.
Because they cared back then.
Yep.
Or I should say the studio heads didn't care enough to interfere.
That's more accurate.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
That's how you got shows like Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Oh, and jumping off your other point about not making Magneto like the first villain. Slight spoilers for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Magneto comes out at the end.
No, but seriously,
Is
the Super Shredder in there?
No, just Kevin Nash with a sword.
I am so glad that movie chose a more obscure villain to headline the first installment, because I'm so sick of this trend of like the first installment of a massive IP blowing their load too early.
Yep. No one likes a premature. But it's like Fantastic Four. I made a joke about this in the last Zeroing Out podcast we did. Do someone like Mole Man. You do not bring out Doom in the first Fantastic Four movie. Or Galactus. Or anyone that level. Do Stiltman, for Christ's sake. I know he's a Daredevil villain, but I don't care.
Stiltman and maybe Paste Pot Pete.
Someone remember Dog Welder. He's DC. Never mind.
What I want to know is in X-Men, are we going to get like the Danger Room sequence where Professor X says, "Now, while before the rod begins to sag, grasp it firmly."
What the fuck is that from? Was that in the?
It's from the comics.
I was going to say, like, I don't remember that in a '96 cartoon.
No, it wasn't from the cartoon. It was from the comics. Stan Lee wrote that line,
speaking of comics. I have to bring this up because this is my favorite thing to bring up as a dumb comic book thing. Did you see that Marvel is teasing a sequel to Spider-Man Reign?
I saw that. Why?
I have been joking and bringing up the fact that Peter kills MJ with radioactive semen for years. And now those assholes are teasing making a sequel?
This is
going to be called. It's totally going to be called Spider-Man Rain, but RAIN.
Rain on me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, no!
Yes,
please no.
The rain can be white with radioactive signatures.
Soup goop, baby.
Most people remember the semen. Most people. What a lot of people like to forget. Cut that out of context. Most people remember the semen. Everyone. What a lot of people like to forget is that MJ's been dead for like multiple years at that point, and he digs her up to hug her, and he hugs her, and she still has bright red flowing hair on top of her skeleton. What the actual hell? Oh, Okay, we're getting rid of you. No, sir. Sorry, you're fake. Sorry.
No.
Oh, if you want to talk about something, the worst part of being a streamer. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, and I
Oh,
mean
yeah, totally.
The worst part. We're gonna show this right here. I'm gonna bring it up on screen just to show the worst part of being a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I post anything, whether it's
Mhm.
fake or real, everyone who does graphics,
Oh,
no
yes.
one ever wants to hear a message from you that always goes like this. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Are you a streamer? Why, yes, I am. How are your streams been going? They've been going okay. Do you know what can make your streams better? What could that be? If you paid me to make you graphics, I already have graphics. No, but trust me, if you revolutionize them and change them, it'll bring more people to your stream just because your graphics are different. And especially if you've got different graphics that I made that look identical to 60,000 other people that make the same exact graphic style because we use the same program. No one wants you jumping in their streams or DMs to advertise your ability to make graphics. We ignore you for a reason. You're a douchebag. Stop it. If you want to actually build up what you want, do like the girl that made my original graphics and make a portfolio on a website eventually, and then advertise yourself out, and then people will come to you if you're good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It is the literal worst part of being a streamer. I would rather talk to nobody for 6 hours straight than have that one person come into the stream.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst.
It's the
The
worst.
absolute worst.
Agreed.
But anyway, Spider-Man and Seaman. We're yeah, they're teasing a sequel to that, and I don't know what they do. I honestly don't know. What the actual hell?
Man, I don't even know.
What even are comics anymore? I mentioned Dog Welder before. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a literal guy with a mentally unstable that welds dead, euthanized dogs to people. I wish I was making that up. And also how the most famous version of him is the Dog Welder 2.
Comics are weird.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Comics are weird. They are weird. We've seen many a thing as comic book readers.
It's many a thing I'd like to forget. Does
Many
anybody
a thing
remember
that
the
we would
time
like
that
to forget.
this supervillain named the Sleaze was making porn videos with Superman and Big Barda? Does anyone remember that? Or how they have a panel of a wrench-sized dick in Superman's trunks and Lex Luthor holding pink kryptonite over him to make him get an erection? Does anyone remember that?
I have no words.
Oh,
It's comics are great. Or that time that Hela made Thor impregnate her before he would let her go, just to let her leave because she wanted a child.
listen, I love comics, but there have been some weird ass shit.
There has been.
I wonder how much of that is like either just if we're talking like Silver Age stuff.
Yeah, what year was that?
Oh, that one? That was in like the 2000s, the last one I just mentioned. That was like new.
Oh.
That one is not that far off. I want to say that was like 2005.
Who was writing that in 2005?
I don't remember.
Who was writing for
But it was bad. It was real bad.
Like, is there just like no editorial oversight when?
Maybe there's too much editorial oversight.
Or in the mid 2000s, my other one I like to bring up, how we had to have an extravagant storyline where a woman called, I want to say, the Brood Mother, mouth raped Peter Parker, and then he gave birth to himself just so he could have organic web shooters. That was after the Tobey Maguire movie, because
that sounds like an editorial mandate, and then they were like, "We don't care how you do it," and so he just made it like a farce, just to be like, well, you asked for it.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Because you demanded it.
Yeah, and then we have people that actually think it's cool that Frank Miller made Batman feed Dick Grayson rats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
Fucking
and
awesome
how they
Batman.
think that I'm the goddamn Batman is a thing Batman would say.
Yeah.
And how that is somehow the most recognized Batman quote, and I fucking hate it.
I hate it.
Ugh.
The only people who could do any good with that quote would be the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because they would make fun of how stupid it is.
Exactly.
They somehow made Kite Man work. I am still processing that.
And we're getting a Kite Man.
Oh my god, it's Lady Gaga! We were rewatching that recently. Man, that show is just aces all across the board. It just never fails. It's so good. They somehow made a thing out of Dr. Psycho. Like, they have all these misfits. How they make them work, I have no idea.
Yeah, that show is just aces.
It's unreal. We're like
That-
Joker unmasking Batman and then bitching about his taxes.
That and My Adventures with Superman are probably the best DC animated series to come out recently.
This is a hot take of all the hot takes. That might be my favorite design Lois has ever had.
Same.
Fair enough.
And it might be because I've been told in the past that I have a type and it's lesbians. But one of my best friends, Chris Sigmund, who it broke my brain because we were talking about like our designs of people, and then Harriet Bree, who is a character in Ruby, got brought up, and you're talking about why I like certain designs of other people, and he's like, yeah, because you have a type that you look for in women, and it happens to be lesbians. Like, fuck you, A, because you said that, and B, because it's kind of true. The amount of characters I've fallen in love with and that they happen to end up being lesbians is a not small amount. Like, my dream woman look-wise is Judy Alvarez from Cyberpunk. I don't mean to be a spoiler alert. She doesn't want any men.
No.
Which, speaking of that, we're only a month away from that DLC. I'm quite excited. There is people that are getting to play it early, and they are doing nothing but praise how well it is.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm
sure
can't
it's
wait.
gonna be great.
And especially that new update that's going to come out also, that basically revamps the entire freaking game from head to toe, and everyone is praising it. Oh, I can't wait. That game, outside of maybe Far Cry 3, might be my favorite first-person shooter of all time.
Oh,
I know that's
high
going to give me some shit, but I don't care. There's few worlds I fell in love with more than that one in Cyberpunk. And I played through garbage to get through the end of that game. I've platinumed it twice.
Wow.
Because of the new update version and all that. I can't wait. And the fact that it's got a new ending now, I hope it's actually getting V out of there. And I have it all the way to the end, the perfect save file, so I could just go through Dogtown and get all that stuff done and get the new ending right away. I'll play back through it because obviously they're going to have the new rebalancing and stuff. But yeah, I can't wait.
Speaking of Cyberpunk, I know why they can't because of how that show ended, but I would like to see another series set in that world.
Oh, they easily could. They could just make another story of a different group of people because I hate to tell you, in most situations, people just don't make it out of Night City. So they could make an entire anime about Rogue, Johnny, and that whole crew prepping to go to Osaka.
Ooh,
or Arasaka, I should say. Yeah,
Arasaka, yeah.
They could do a bunch of shit. That whole entire
they absolutely could.
Mike, the entire time they do nothing but talk about old edge runners and old fixers and stuff. They could do all sorts of shit with just make up a crew.
Yeah.
There's roughly two
very
characters you actually know in edge runners. All that was just Trigger coming up with shit.
Yeah.
You know what they could do? They could do something like Star Wars Visions and tell an anthology.
Like an anthology, yeah.
Absolutely. That would make
work.
bank, and I would love it. As long as Trigger still made it.
Yeah, Trigger.
Because I love Trigger, but they were forced to really rein themselves in with that series, and it paid off. They still ended in space because they cannot help themselves. But
Of course not. Of course not.
like,
But the quality of their work was super solid. So yeah,
super clean. And the
Yes.
music. The music. Franz Ferdinand. Do we need to
who
bring up?
expected that? Who expected that? To be honest, and it was great, and it worked.
And like David's just
perfect.
walking around theme. My head's just like disco. That weird ass freaking funky beat that he just walks around town to was great.
Oh yeah, I know. I was rewatching like a couple of the earlier episodes, like just recently.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
all-
good. It
It
holds
is
up.
so good. It's so good. And like the ending scene where I just want to stay at your house is playing while freaking Lucy is crying her eyes out that David's dying, and he's like, I didn't care. I never mattered. You did. You were the only person that has a good life possibly outside of this. I'm like, and like I'm crying at a cyberpunk anime. Like, what is going on?
See,
Oh.
that just proves how good that show is.
And like the
Mhm.
amount, like they made all the deaths count. Like Rebecca's is so sad.
Oh, hers is sad, man.
She gets no ceremony. She's just crushed
Yeah.
by Atom Smasher.
It was
After
like
she,
Cat from Halo Reach all over again.
yeah, she just tells Lucy, I understand he's never going to fall in love with me, but I am happy you're okay because it makes David happy. The lolly that Trigger had to fight to get in there ended up being one of the most emotionally satisfying characters in the whole show.
Yeah.
I could tell you, show me your picture, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, Trigger's so good. Like, but that's another thing though. And me and Mike are talking about this with the current thing that I'm not going to spoil that we're recording for Fresh Takes. Animation is some of the best medium you can make this shit in. You could not have made Edge Runners in live action as good as you did.
No.
You couldn't.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely not.
like the cyber psychosis where his face is literally shifting off of its axis and coming back in. That would have looked dumb. Or it
Oh,
would have
yeah.
been a horror show if you would have did that in live action.
Yeah.
Or like Pilar, he would not have worked in live action.
Nope.
No.
And like it's gotten to the point of where outside of some like video game series, I'm kind of okay with outside of also not big action movies, like watching almost everything animated now. In my binging I've been having with animes, I've not been upset that the stuff wasn't in live action.
Yeah, like I try to diversify the movies and shows that I'm watching because, you know, as sort of the head of this website, I kind of have to keep my ear to the ground at all times.
Mhm.
But there's a reason why our most consistent series is Renegade Animation because that's the medium.
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the medium I'm the most like the most into.
Mhm.
And also it just tells better stories
And
because you can do more.
You could do more. Like take Edge Runners and then Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden could be a live action series, but I got more emotion out of it because of how beautifully it's animated.
Same.
Yes.
Like, it's just, we had to stop sessions of recordings in the Violet Evergarden Fresh Takes because I physically couldn't cry anymore. I was drained as a human. That will never happen again. I was dying. Episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. Anyone who watches the series, that episode basically ripped my heart out, put it through a shredder, and then tried feeding it to me.
Yep.
What is that on right now?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix. It's like 13 episodes in one OVA and 2 movies.
Okay.
It's so easy to go through. It's phenomenal. And it's Erica Harlacher, right? As Violet. Remember? Oh,
Hmm.
it's so good. She's fantastic. Okay. Now that I said the name Erica, I'm going to bring up a thing.
Yes, please do.
on top of the strikes and AI and all this shit that they're going in, all of you stupid fuckboy douchebags that, without the permission of voice actors, are making shit, and then the voice actors ask you not to, and then you go, it's just funny, ha 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 ha. She wants us to take it down, ha 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 ha. Let's get a hate mob to rush Erica Lindbeck off of Twitter, one of the most kind-hearted, sweet individuals who, if I'm remembering correctly, lost either her fiance or her husband, because I believe, oh shoot, now I'm forgetting his name. Oh, he voiced Josuke Higashikata in JoJo. Oh shoot, Billy Kametz.
Yep.
Died not too long ago, and I believe they were a thing. You're now taking her voice against her permission and hate mobbed her off of Twitter. Voice acting is not a cool thing where they made a voice. That is a literal part of who they are. That is something they made with their own abilities as a voice actor and is a part of their actual being. Stop saying it belongs to you to do with whatever you want. Stop it. If they gave you permission, go right ahead. If they didn't, and afterwards they say, please stop doing this, stop doing it. You're douchebags. I hate it. This is coming from a person who still would at some point wanted to be a voice actor. I almost don't want to even try approaching the actual art of it anymore. Because it scares me. It literally scares me.
The entitlement of it all is it's just ridiculous.
It's much worse than art, where it's a piece of something that is drawn. This is a literal thing the person does with their body. What are you doing? Why do we need to do this? You're gaining nothing from it. You're making no money, but yet you're a douchebag about it to where you have to hate mob people on Twitter. I hate nowadays. I miss growing up in the 90s where I just went home, watched shit, and the internet barely existed. Society was better off without it.
Yeah. Like
It was.
I say often that the best thing about the internet is that everybody has a voice, but the worst thing about the internet is that everybody has a voice.
Absolutely. And that they don't take down the people that should get it, or I should say keep them taken down. I'll let everyone who's smart and knows their past figure out what that's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocks! Hating Brie Larson! If you still need help figuring it out, I'm sorry. I can't believe we all worked for that douchebag at one point. I know, volunteered our time to that douchebag at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously,
that's
I
more
could have been doing
accurate.
a lot more with my life.
The only good thing I got out of work, volunteering my time for that douchebag, is it got me into streaming or figuring out how to do it.
Yeah.
And they took down every video we were involved in except one.
Wow.
All except one, I found out. I believe they're all privated. The only one up is the Horizon review that I did.
Wow.
Yep. And I almost hate that it's up now because my old last name's in it.
Oh.
And I can't take it off and not have it be another thing because A, I say the name of the freaking thing, and it's got the watermark in the corner. I recorded a Stan Lee panel for that douchebag.
Oh, jeez.
And it forever ruined
Fucking
my
hell.
picture that I have with Stan Lee because I'm wearing a shirt in that picture.
Oh.
I still have the shirt, and
I still do too.
I never got one.
You're not missing out. They were pretty.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Like, I don't necessarily regret my time with
No.
like.
No, I
with
never
that-
would have met any of you guys if I didn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just look at where they are now and think, thank God I got out when I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't even leave on my own accord. Before the term quiet quitting was like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where my head was at until I was officially given the boot.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I'm like, well, thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, I had I was still doing gaming news for them, and I had a legit mental breakdown where I broke off Twitter. I had a major depressive stint. I went away from everything. I saw counseling. I was not doing well. I went out of state for a work trip. That I was like, I can get away from everything. I can resettle. And I'm just like, can I contact you when all this is done? We'll be good to go. He's like, absolutely. You're doing a great job. Contacted him back. Got left on red.
Ooh.
That sounds like
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he offered, I believe, Keona, he offered me the same thing that he offered you at one point to run the social media account for them.
Yeah, no.
He offered me it at one point. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Not doing that. Sorry.
No.
I'm not being the PR firestorm putter outer.
Yeah.
Especially not during that time.
Yeah, that time. Yeah. I think I was before all that.
Or maybe.
I didn't really know what that was. Even when I left, all I knew was that he was bringing in people who I thought were quite a bit douchebaggy,
Yep.
and who told me that I wasn't doing a good job, even though I devoted a lot of my time to that. Yep. And all my stuff is from the early like Blogspot site, so it's not even there anymore at all.
Yeah,
which is fine with me. I really don't give a shit.
The worst part about all of it is that the main reason he started appearing in YouTube videos is because me and Mike talked him into it.
Yep.
He didn't want to have a presence. I'm like, you're the leader of the site. You should. And that is the worst thing I've done in my life. I can say that with a matter-of-fact fashion. That is the most thing I've just...
But it's not... yeah, but ultimately, though, no matter what we did to help build that thing, like, I did it without the knowledge of who he really was and what it really was. And so, like, we, we might have started something, but in a sense, it's like... what are you going to do? Because, like, we didn't know. We didn't know.
Yeah, that's
we didn't really know who he was.
Yeah,
I certainly didn't.
I think that's the problem. It's not like, contrary to the belief of a lot of my friends, it's not that he changed. He just showed his true colors.
He just finally stopped being who he was when he talked to us.
And I hope that I'm gonna share this bit with Red because she knew. She picked up on it. And also the thing that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way was that he kicked out one of my in real life friends from the group for nothing. And he did it himself and did not tell me about it. I had to hear it from my friend, and I was like, why?
He probably said women deserve fair wages or something like that. He probably wasn't.
It wasn't even that. It was just something innocuous. It was something like he said a word, and apparently it was enough for him to get kicked out. A word. I just think, yeah. You know what? That's in the past anyway.
It is.
But you know what, though? We're better off now, which is good.
Yeah.
We're all better off.
It is.
We might not do the views that he does, but it's only because we don't appeal to the lowest common denominator, and I really don't give a fuck.
I couldn't care. I didn't make money off it before.
Nope.
And I got told he told me point blank to my face, and I don't know if I ever even told Mike this. He called me and said that he likes the presentation of certain things that we do, but he doesn't feel that me and Mike are a good fit together.
What the fuck?
Because our energies don't match, because I'm more out in the open and abrasive, and Mike is a little bit more held back. I'm like, that's kind of the point. If we were both the same exact person, it wouldn't be that good of a show.
No.
Like, and I'm not going to tell Mike that he has to be more abrasive and more uppity and more loud, because that's not who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that was at the same time that he stopped us from doing stuff and another group that was doing things at the same time that he didn't like either of what we were doing, despite the fact we were the only people putting content on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Did he offer for you guys to come back?
No, he
At
never
one point?
he never contacted me again after he left me on red when I came back from my little
Right before we started this, right before we started RPC, he actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to come back.
Did you politely tell him to fuck off?
I politely told him no. Yeah, I just said no. I'm gonna go and do my own thing.
I'm like 99% positive, no, 100% positive that somewhere between 2018 and now, like that bridge has just been burnt.
Good.
Nah, that was good.
I say good.
No, I still talk with a decent amount of people from that. And
Oh yeah, no, there are people.
There are some people.
Who are not garbage.
Yeah, not at all related to that whole
Yeah, like there's people I met that came through the AMC movie talk thing that bled into Collider, that bled into that, and then got whatever. It's just stuff changes so fast.
Yeah. 9 years in this space. A lot of shit has happened.
Yeah.
Man, I was going through, like, I never use my burner YouTube channel anymore because since we got this, I don't need to have it as a backup to grab the files off of.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back through that thing the other day and I started looking back at the old videos when we used Google Hangouts.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
that was so bad.
Google Hangouts. Wow.
Back
man.
when they actually let you get a live video recording off, because that was like the
Holy
best way to
shit.
do it. Oh man, that was terrifying. And like
That's a thing.
It actually came up in my Facebook memories the other day of when I was asking people for a better platform, and then I want to say it was Thomas Gilkey suggested StreamYard. He's like, everyone uses it. I'm like, oh, thanks. And yeah, that was just one of the last calls out of, like, he was one of the last people to talk to. I never had an issue with him. He was one person that commented on everything. He was the biggest fanboy of it all. He was a really incredibly nice dude that I miss actually talking to.
Yeah, he was one of the cool ones.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much longer we want to keep this up, but I did promise Keona that we would give him the floor to.
Let's talk about some movies.
Yeah. What have
sure.
you been watching?
Okay, so I watched actually quite a few. So the first one that I want to mention is Scream 6.
Yes.
Which I actually really enjoyed. I think I did mention this on one of the previous podcasts that we did. One of the zeroing outs, I think.
Well, I think we did actually, yeah. But
Yep.
Yeah. But Scream 6 was really good. In that same vein, Evil Dead Rise. Finally watched that.
I got to see that too.
I actually enjoyed it. I liked all the callbacks. Like the callbacks were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Like I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting really, but she was the lead actress who was the Deadite. She was great.
Oh,
what a
Alicia,
great
what's her name?
Yeah. That was really cool.
That had one of the best, that opening title card when she's floating above the lake.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh,
Alyssa Sutherland.
Yeah, Alyssa Sutherland. Yeah, she was great. And just some of the gross out moments were really cool, like the eating glass thing. That was like, yeah.
The cheese grater.
Not enough cheese grater. I wanted more, damn it. If you're gonna tease me with that shit, do it. Anyway.
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Anyhow, so yeah, that was good. I want to mention Avatar: The Way of Water. I did not love it. It went on for way too long, and it just felt like kind of like, superfluous sequel. Not my thing.
Now, question: Would you have felt less if the movie didn't take 500 years to come out?
Good question. Good question. I don't know, because it was basically a retread of the first one for me. So I would say that like I didn't really care. I'm just beyond the point of caring, I guess, about the Avatar stuff. Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. So, it was very. I'm going to quote MJF again. I'm going to say it's mid. That's a good question, though.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
But yeah, I would say
as-
I would say no. To me, it doesn't really matter. If it had come out like even like 2 years after the original, I probably would have been like, no, it's kind of a retread. Who cares?
as much as I love the Avatar movies, that's totally valid.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was all right. I felt like I was just watching like a CGI battle that went on for too long. What else did I watch?
John Wick 4.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh,
Honor
Dungeons
Among
and Dragons.
Thieves. Loved
Yes.
it. Thought it was very, very good. I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, I mean, it just all the performances were really great. I loved Michelle Rodriguez's character. She was fantastic.
Were you dying laughing at the Bard moment?
Yes, the Bard moments. Yes.
Dude, I think the hardest I've laughed at a movie in the past 5 years was when his glitch hologram.
Yeah, the glitch
his face started
hologram was
melting.
great.
I couldn't fucking breathe in that theater. I was dying. Oh my goodness.
Everybody in that movie just gave like they really gave it like 110%. Like, you could tell. I wish it made more money, but I'm glad that even with the lower budget, like, they'll move ahead with some more Dungeons and Dragons.
And that could be an
'cause that was
anthology.
really good.
That is one of the
Yeah.
few times, I'll let you go back, but like that is one of the few times where you should actually use the I want to say, the IP as the advertisement.
Yes.
And like, because that is the actual thing. You can do whatever.
And that's why you can do that's why I think it was smart of them to subtitle this one like Honor Among Thieves, because the next one you could just subtitle it and just be like, this is a completely different like set of characters.
Get a new set of characters, do like 3 movies, and then at random bring in ones from past ones as like cool cameos.
I loved Roger Jean Page, his character that was such a paladin,
Yes, and also Hugh Grant. I cannot just stand
and
there
Hugh
watch you die.
Grant.
So I'm going to leave the room.
So I'm going to leave the room. Yes, it was great.
Or when he's running away at the end with the giant shell. So he's just like, I'm keeping something.
That was a really fun movie. Very good. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam 2. Certain charming things within the Shazam movies for me are kind of like, they're like maybe a 6 out of 10. Both of them, not my thing. It's okay. I like Zach Levi. He's always fun. Helen Mirren was great. She of course can be the villain in a comic book movie anytime she wants to be. She's fantastic, of course, as we know. Who was the actress from West Side Story? I'm sorry, I completely am blanking on her name right now. Rachel Zegler. She was good. I mean, there were things in the movie that I liked, and there were things in the movie that I was like, it's a little bit dull. So yeah, maybe I'll give it like a 6.5. I'll be nice. Add the extra half point. So that was that. I don't know if did I talk about Black Adam ever?
No, I don't know if you did with us.
I'm not sure if I did. Black Adam for me was actually better than I thought a lot of people were saying it was. So like, I was okay with it, mostly because it's cool to see the JSA on screen. That was pretty neat. And of course, The Rock.
I have to ask.
I didn't like the kid.
There's 2 really dumb points in that movie for me.
Yeah.
One logic.
Yes.
I know one of them is.
Yes, there were dumb moments for sure.
Well, it's plot points, really.
Yeah.
He was arrested.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes, and then they brought him back out. What was the point? But also,
there was no point.
the entire plot device behind Dr. Fate's death, which Pierce Brosnan, whoever casted him deserves a raise.
Right.
His whole entire plot device was to sacrifice himself so that Hawkman, a character known for reincarnation, doesn't die.
Yeah. Well, they forgot that. It wasn't in the notes. No one on the writing staff reads the comics. That's
so
just how it is.
irritated. I'm like, of all people, are you kidding me?
That movie definitely had some dumb moments. It also had Sarah Shahi, so I'm okay with it.
Their version of Cyclone was awesome, though. That was great,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
she was great.
the JSA was fucking cool, man. Like seriously,
yeah.
Like they did a really good job.
Absolutely.
And I don't care. I would have loved to have seen Black Adam versus Superman. I would have loved to have seen that Henry Cavill.
Same.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we'll just never get it.
He was cast as Black Adam when I was in high school. I'm 32.
I know, man. I don't even understand that. But yeah. So I didn't hate it. I think that it should have been. I think it could have been better in certain spots, but I didn't hate it. Okay, what else was there that came out? I saw The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah,
the live action remake. I actually thought it was good. I did not hate it. I did not hate it at all. I know there's a certain segment of people that are sort of predisposed to hating it for whatever.
Yeah,
I can't imagine why. I
can't imagine why.
Anything.
But who I actually
facts, it just can't happen that way.
Who I actually kind of really liked in that movie was Javier Bardem.
I mean,
I actually really liked him in that.
He's not my favorite performance, but I can kind of see what
I thought he was good. I thought he was good. Like he did a decent job. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He was good. He was a good trainer. The Eric guy, the Prince Eric guy, he was pretty okay. He was pretty okay. I didn't hate him either. Halle Bailey,
she is
nailed it. She was great. So the new songs I thought were pretty good. They were cute at the very least.
I liked Wild Uncharted Waters.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I mean, I think whatever changes that they made to it kind of added to it and stuff like that. I think that they did a good job.
The romance is certainly better in this movie than in the original.
Better. It's definitely better. Melissa McCarthy, my God,
that was
insane. She was great. She was fantastic. I loved her. Just a great Ursula. And that's a hard role. I don't know how she did it, but she really pulled it off. She did a great job. Okay, so that's Little Mermaid. Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. I liked it.
I did too.
I liked it surprisingly a lot more than I thought I would. It was cool. I was looking up the first thing as soon as I heard the voice. I was like, okay, who's voicing Unicron? And it's Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo has one of the coolest voices. So I was down with that. Yeah, he's awesome. Dude, that first time he appears in Fear the Walking Dead, that was literally the first time I ever saw him in anything. And that speech that he gives when they're in they're in the camp or whatever, and that speech that he gives in Fear the Walking Dead, I was just like, man, this guy could read the phone book to me and I would be mesmerized. Seriously, he did a great job. Mm-hmm. Everybody who says Peter Cullen's too old to voice Optimus Prime can go fucking suck a lemon.
I've never heard that. You actually had someone complain about that?
People complained about that on guess where.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah. Some people were saying, oh, he sounds old. He
hasn't sounded different for 30 years.
Dude, come on,
even
man.
More than that.
He sounded exactly the same. What are you guys even talking about? I was shocked that I didn't hate Pete Davidson.
I know I didn't hate Pete Davidson either. Yeah. He did, yeah. I mean, it's a different take on Mirage, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. They displayed his powers cool though.
They really made him cool. Yeah, they made him pretty awesome. Honestly, like Mirage is definitely, like I feel like the way that this was like the polar opposite of how they treated Jazz in the first Transformers movie.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that doing backflips and quoting hip hop was not a good way to describe or show that maybe they think that
This
Jazz
looks
is
like
a black
a good
Transformer?
place to kick it.
This was a good place to kick it.
I don't have so much of a problem with that line, but it's just that and then they just kill him for no reason. Like poor Jazz.
They went by horror movie rules.
Jazz was awesome in the cartoons, man.
He was. He absolutely was.
Jazz was awesome.
Like everyone in this was great. Like I had the fear in me that for a hot minute, for all of the movie, they weren't going to actually let the Maximals transform.
Yeah.
Did it, and I got to hear them say maximize.
But people who are saying that like this was a return to like the Bayformers stuff, I don't think it was. I don't think it was at all. Because you know what? You know what else was cool about this? They didn't fucking job out Optimus Prime.
No.
They did not job him out. He gets a little bit beat up by Scourge, but I mean that's understandable because they're trying to establish that Scourge is this awesome villain, right? That can actually that can torque everybody. But seriously though,
this is still early Optimus, and he gets that dark.
And I like that he's grumpy.
Yes.
I like that he's grumpy Prime.
We're not dealing with these humans. And like you can tell these aren't Bayformers movies because there was 2 humans and they were in the movie because they had a plot reason to be.
And the robot designs actually make sense visually.
Plus Optimus actually has an arc.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I was a little sad at the lack of God, why am I blanking on so many things? It's late, guys. I'm sorry.
I also like that they're trying to actually pretend that this is in the same continuity as the Bayformers films.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
you're like, well, how can it not be? I'm like, okay. B got to Earth in the 80s. I'd hate to break it to you guys, but in the Bay Transformers continuity, Bumblebee helped end World War II. I hate to break it to you people, but that doesn't make sense. I love to death how they called out the fact that they're not going back to the Bayformers films because they mention Mark Wahlberg by name and they're like, oh, did you know he's leaving the Funky Bunch?
And the other thing was I forget specifically the context, but like they were talking about like the pyramids or something. And and Optimus Primal's like, oh, we didn't do that. We would never mess with human designs.
No, we wouldn't, because that'd be dumb. But I will tell you, I forgot that they had plans to do a shared universe with G.I. Joe. When that card came up at the end, I had an out-of-body experience. That was more shocking to me than anything that has happened in a Marvel movie in like 4 years. What? Because I'm like, who the hell is this dude? And like, they had one of the pods.
That's what I was thinking too.
Dude, and then always he's like, dude. Then I'm like, oh, that actually like made sense. It was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was super cool. I really loved it.
Yeah. I will ask you, honest question, Keona. Would you have been happier if they would have kept Bumblebee dead? So I'm going to be honest with you. I felt it would have been impactful if they did.
I feel like it would have been. But I also feel like, man, Bumblebee is so intrinsically tied to this.
He is, but then they could have brought in Hot Rod.
Ooh.
Who was originally what Bumblebee is for these movies.
I know, but it's Hot Rod.
Hot Rod was good until they tried to...
Hot Rod was the cause of Optimus's death. No, I'm kidding.
No,
anyway.
Toy sales was the cause of Optimus's death.
I think you're right about that. You're right about that. I know, I'm just being
But that's what I was just like...
But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. It would have been... I think it could have been impactful for sure. Would
wish
Haley
they
Steinfeld have made a cameo at Bumblebee's funeral?
I think honestly they would have. Honestly, I think it's the only way they could have got her back, and she could have maybe helped then take care of Hot Rod.
Ugh, Hot Rod. Anyway, you can feel my love for that character. You can feel it.
Did you not like the "My name is Hot Rod" when they brought him back as a German, whatever the fuck he was in that last Transformers movie?
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I can't forget anything. I hate it. I went to go see The Last Night. It was bad.
Oh, The Last Night is awful. Jeez, it's god awful.
Remember when they sold the whole movie off Optimus Prime being evil, and he literally wasn't evil by the time he hit the platform and fought Bumblebee?
Yeah. They did a great job.
And they made Unicron be in the Earth. That's another
that
thing.
makes sense.
It's the same continuity, guys. Unicron's in the Earth. Yeah, because that makes sense.
They did a great job of making Unicron like the old school, like 86 animated film version of Unicron. That was pretty cool.
They did. That's how you can tell it's not a Bayformers film, because they actually cared about making the Transformers
cared about
it and not the army.
Basically, what we're trying to say is Lorenzo de Bonaventura should just stop talking.
Basically, just stop.
Because he's the only one who's like insisting that like the new Transformers are like canon with the base stuff. It's like no.
There is so much that goes against it.
It's not. And also we got an actual, cartoon accurate version of RC.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And
love RC.
Yeah, and actually like getting to see them out on the battle. I thought it was kind of weird how, like, I guess it makes sense that they just made Scorponok like the mob thing. And I was like, the only thing that kind of upset me.
Yeah.
And I was hoping they were keeping it off screen. And I understand if all the Maximals you're leaving went out from the original crew, it was him. I was kind of hoping that they were just hiding Rat Trap from the trailers to bring him in. I understand he's the weirdo stereotype character from the cartoon, but he was the
It would have been cool, though.
He was the only one that wasn't originally there other than Dinobot. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now,
it's still a really good movie. Really good soundtrack, by the way.
Really good soundtrack. I want them to bring in the actual Predacons at one point, because I need to see
they need to bring in the Predacons. Yes, that'd be amazing. Honestly,
I just need to see more Maximals, and honestly, just do a straight adaptation of Beast Wars, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm happy more now that when we're getting movie soundtracks, that they're less afraid to have hip hop in them. Because here's some Notorious B.I.G. in there. I was like,
old school hip hop. I was like, man,
they were even accurate to the chunk of the country they were in. That's what was great.
Yes, that was cool. Yeah, I love the whole setting of it. I love that it was set in the 90s and stuff. That was really cool. It took me back.
Mm-hmm. And set in New York. That's just another bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I forgot completely that John DiMaggio was in the movie. Like,
oh my god!
When I point that out to me, I was like, "That was John DiMaggio."
Yep.
And that's another thing where I'm like, "Hey, it's almost like if you just pay the voice actors that are going to be in voice actors, they could be really good."
Yeah.
Peter Cullen is the one guy that always gets the pass. They will never replace him till the day he dies. And then after that, I don't want Optimus in movies.
Well, they do have that guy, the epic voice guy. He's actually pretty good.
He's close.
He does a really good Optimus. Yeah.
I'm very curious to hear Chris Hemsworth's version in the animated prequel.
Right.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Oh,
that's gonna be
I don't know.
Weird. That's one of those things, though. I'm gonna be one of these people that brings up a case that no one agrees with me on. The voice can be done in interesting ways and can be all right. Chris has a very naturally distinctive, actually good voice.
He does. And he does have a good voice. Yes.
And it is unique. It's whatever. And I'm one of these people that defends this decision in the first Bay produced TMNT movie. Johnny did not sound horrible as Leo because they didn't make him talk like a dumbass.
Yeah.
Which is what we're used to in Jackass. I was one of those people like, you fucking casted Johnny Knoxville as Leonardo. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I heard the movie. I'm like, oh, when he's talking like a normal human being, he actually has a pretty okay articulate voice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that was one of the ones where I'm like, I'm going to wait until I hear it because I was shocked with that one. Now, isn't that like Scarlett Johansson's in it too? I thought she was.
I think.
Keep talking.
I'm forgetting what the cast is. I'm actually forgetting. I forgot about the movie until you brought it up again.
Yeah, I forgot about the movie, man.
What's the plot of it? Is it just like a redo of the first Transformers movie, but animated?
It's basically Cybertron.
Okay.
They kind of did this with the Netflix animated shows, though. Didn't they?
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't watch them.
Like,
Yeah,
that was for Cybertron stuff.
Yeah,
if they could redo those PlayStation 3, Xbox 360s games as movies,
I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be awesome because those were great.
Yeah.
And now Penguin's just helping.
So some of the other voices in this movie, we got Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron.
Ooh,
Scarlett Johansson is Alita 1. Keegan-Michael Key is Bumblebee. John Hamm is Sentinel Prime, and Lawrence Fishburne is Alpha Trion.
Man, that's a lot of bigger level Transformers than they normally have.
Yeah, it really is.
That'll be interesting.
So that does sound like kind of a very like young Optimus Prime story. Like,
it must be. That's weird that they have Bumblebee in that though.
The Alita 1.
Because they almost have to at this point.
Yeah, because Bumblebee's become like he's like, the equivalent face of the
franchise.
He's
the only odd one out of that bunch. All of them are bigger names, and then he's one of the like lower follower guys.
I still find it weird that we have this Bumblebee has no voice thing.
Yeah, I
still don't really like care for that.
That bled into the video games also. Like he had to get his voice box fixed, and then Johnny voiced him after they fixed his voice box. I'm like, Johnny and Bosch, for anyone who didn't know. But it's just I can get over that. That was cool for a beginning thing, but the fact that we still can't fix his voice box and get a voice actor.
Yeah, can we please just get a voice actor now?
Like, I don't even care if
getting kind of ridiculous.
If you even do the stereotypical thing where they would just cast Tom Holland as him, I wouldn't even.
That's fine.
Just give him a voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time
because they're not even doing movie quotes anymore. They're just mashing words together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Optimus scolded him for going to the movie theater.
Yeah, I just give us something.
Grumpy Prime.
Yeah, no, it's.
Anyway, wow, we spent a lot of time on Transformers. Okay,
I love Transformers. I'll talk about Transformers anytime.
What else?
Did you all see John Wick Chapter 4?
I did see John Wick Chapter 4. I was saving that though, because speaking of which, Super Mario Brothers. Let's talk about that real quick.
All right, I thought it was pretty all right.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I was good with it. I was like, wow, you know what? I like this better than the Sonic movie. Sorry, Sonic. But
I still like the Sonic movie. Not that I hate Mario. I like them both. I just like it a little bit more because of just some.
I like Sonic as a character a little bit more because I was a Genesis guy. But
But again, the person who decided Jack Black was Bowser, give them everything.
Yes,
that is the most perfect casting.
Have you seen him? I'm sorry, Mike.
In everything where he dresses up as Bowser as much as he can.
Yes.
I think you're specifically talking about the Peaches live action music video where he dresses up as Bowser,
and he performed it at the Game Awards, like the 10th anniversary performance thing or whatever it was.
Really?
He performed it live on stage.
Oh,
yeah, it was
that's awesome.
Great.
Unreal.
Yes. I just love it. Peaches, 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 peaches.
I love you.
Like even Chris Pratt, like we've all been making fun of.
They
He
showed
didn't do that bad. He didn't.
They
do
showed
that
his
bad.
worst voice acting in the trailers.
And those lines.
Yeah, they
were
did.
were nowhere in the film at all.
No, they weren't. And the
And,
best
like-
part about that is they got Charles Martinet in to do
Yes.
that weird
He
advertisement.
did the commercial thing. Yes, I
That
know that was him, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!"
That would have been annoying in the whole movie.
That was perfect.
And Charles would have blown his voice out if he would have tried
He
to.
probably would have. Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
like that Martinet is like he's in the the film
That's
and
great.
in two little minor cameo roles.
And they
Yeah,
brought back the DK64 crew, everyone except Chunky.
Yes.
I was so happy. Oh, that was so great because that is my crew, my favorite. I love Donkey Kong 64. So when I saw them in the crowd, I was losing my shit and the only one in the theater because they're like,
Yes.
well, we don't know those Kongs.
Seth was good. Seth Rogen was actually really good as Donkey Kong.
Mhm.
I thought
Yeah.
he was great. Luigi was fantastic. I'm a little sad that we didn't get the Luigi death stare yet, but I'm sure that that's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's
if we would have got
Um,
more time on Rainbow Road, we would have.
Yeah, totally. I think that yeah, I mean Jack Black obviously he stole this whole freaking movie. I loved Kari Payton in the opening
Oh,
as like the Penguin King guy or whatever.
Yes.
And I don't know
Taylor
the
Joy's Peach was great too.
and it's
one of my favorite
she can
small
do no
little
wrong in my
jokes
book. No.
was when Bowser's talking about like his plan to marry Peach.
Yes.
There's one of the Koopas voiced by Eric Bowser who says like,
Yes.
"Doesn't she hate you though?"
And I love how they had the Ludwig on the title of the piano.
Yes.
Yes. The Ludwig.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Oh
Everything
man, that was
great.
great. That was
Everything in that
great.
film was great.
That whole scene was amazing. And who would have thought of turning Bowser into like a lovesick idiot, and that makes him like the best. Like
They put a plot device behind why he always captures her. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
it was amazing.
And making Luigi the damsel in distress is perfect because that's what
perfect.
he is.
Yep.
Anyone who complained about that was woke, you're a moron and never played the games. They
Mhm.
literally have an entire trilogy of games about him being a pansy.
I love the joke too when they go up to like those the two toadstools that are like guarding the castle and stuff, and then they go in there. They're like, yeah, sorry, Mac. Princess is in another castle or something,
Yeah,
you know. And it's
He's gonna see her. It's like
That's
she's over
great.
there. Yeah, that
she's
was-
over there.
The
Yeah.
attention to detail in this movie is
Yeah.
just great.
And also,
The Jumpman cameo too.
well, that, but also, speaking of why we loved the soundtrack to Transformers, for the exact opposite reason, I loved how they only used shit from the games for the most part.
Yes. Yes.
And you could actually tell in little things, in little sparks and all that. It was fantastic.
I wish they did that a little bit more. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't have like an over the top like hate boner for for Illumination period, but
Yeah.
like I don't think like this more than like some of their other films is more guilty of overstuffing the soundtrack with licensed music.
Because this is one of the ones that could have lived on its own with music that everyone would know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus the songs that they chose are ones that are like we've heard thousands of times in other movies.
And on top of it, with Peaches, they made new original stuff that was better than anything they could have licensed.
Yep.
Just let Jack Black go to town, I say. Just let him go to town.
Jack Black, when he's not made to be like like in every movie he was in the 2000s outside of like School of Rock, like I've come to love him more as an actor. Like him in Jumanji and him in this are my favorite things he's ever done.
I love him as an actor. Yeah, he's great. He's a national treasure. if you
Oh,
ask me.
he
I love like his freaking like his one appearance in Community too was great.
Yeah. He was
Like, I don't want to be here just throwing off the rhythm of everyone. And then they go to the cut. They cut
Yeah.
right to the theme song.
Yep, absolutely. I believe he was also in an episode of X-Files as like a guy in an arcade.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That was like the first time I ever saw him.
That was ridiculous. My first time I ever saw him
That was amazing. I love that episode. So
I think the first time I ever saw him was Saving Silverman.
Oh, that's a classic.
That was a
classic.
Remember when Biggs had a career?
I also liked the depressive, like the super depressed, like starry creature.
Oh yeah, that's from Galaxy, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Endless torment. We're all
going to die. It's like, oh my god, that's me. I know some people who are like that. Actually. Anyway. Yeah, that was a really good movie. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Okay, a couple more before we get to John Wick. One was Fast 10. I actually did watch it. And I actually did not hate it. I did not hate it.
Did you like Jason Momoa's character?
I found him hilarious, honestly. Like, he was so weird. It was great, kind of. Like, he was weird, man. I loved it.
I think he is my favorite Fast villain now because he's
the best. Yeah, he's so unhinged. He was kind of fantastic. Jason Momoa. The guy can do no wrong, in my opinion. He's great. Yeah. That was actually really good. The guy who what's the name of the actor who played like that one guy that turns on Vin Diesel? The guy that was like the cop guy or something. That was Alan Richardson?
Yep.
Holy shit, I didn't even recognize him. Jesus. I only know him from that Smallville thing, that's why. Anyway, yeah, Alan Richardson. He was Aquaman. So we had two Aquamans in this freaking movie. That's you go.
I forgot about that.
Anyway. And I call Vin Diesel Vinny for some reason. I've always done that since my Blockbuster days. It's so weird. But anyway, so Vinny was doing his whole family thing, as he usually does. And yeah, I mean the two Aquamans being the villains, that's great.
I love how in the Fast and Furious universe would they be the only place to expect us to believe that him and John Cena are biological siblings.
I know.
Nothing about that family makes any sense.
But it's family. Anyway. Yeah, and Jason Statham showing up, that was cool. I wish we got a Ryan Reynolds cameo out of this, but it's fine. It is what it is, I guess.
At least
Dwayne Johnson and like a Kevin Hart cameo would have been great too. And of course, Dwayne shows up at the end. Dwayne The Rock shows up at the end. Yeah. So Fast 11, everybody. Fast 11.
It'll be the second movie in a trilogy that is supposed to end it, and then they're going to say, no, we're going to make it a quintilogy, and then they're going to like, nope.
It's going to be like, Vinny's going to be 80 years old and still making these Fast and Furious movies where he talks about
Remember in the first movie when it started out with them stealing DVD players out of the back of trucks?
They actually referenced that in the film.
Really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's funny. Oh man. I actually like for the 10th movie in a long running franchise, I must say that it wasn't like I didn't hate it. I know some people did. It's fine. It is what it is, I guess. To each their own. Okay, what about Guardians 3? What did you guys think?
Guardians 3 is.
I liked it all right.
It's great.
My favorite use of No Sleep Till Brooklyn in a movie ever.
Yes.
I was like, okay, here's one of my only problems with that movie. I think they used way too much music in it.
Yeah.
Because there was random moments where they would just start up the ship, it would play a song for 2 seconds, cut it, and we're done. They did it like 4 to 5 times. Where like in the other ones where they used like 5 or 6 pieces and made them all into big scenes. So then it terrified me that when they're talking, he was listening to the intro to No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I'm like, if y'all fuckers cut and you don't keep it No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and then they turn it into that scene that's edited to look like a one take in that hallway, I was like, okay, we're good. This is amazing.
I liked Nathan Fillion being in it, and you could actually see that it was him this time.
Yep.
That was cool.
I like how
Yeah.
they didn't retcon where Gamora ended up after Endgame.
Yes, they didn't wreck on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like how they handled the relationship between her and Peter was just really well done.
Her and Nebula.
Yeah.
Nebula's like, wait a minute. She acts like this all the time, and I'm the bad guy.
Yes, exactly. Like, also the end of that though, they don't fix their relationship.
Yeah, they don't fix it. Yeah, it's not a magical fix thing.
The best part at the end, she's just she doesn't want it back, but she understands why it was good. That exchange where she's like, I bet we were fun, weren't we? And then it just goes. I was like, that was the best way you could have handled that.
Yep.
Yep. Agreed. So yeah, I mean, I will say that I thought it was good. I don't think it was as good as the previous two Guardians movies, though, in my opinion.
All right.
Don't think so. Don't quite think so. The animal cruelty stuff was that wrote a line for me personally. That was a little bit fucked up.
It was.
But it's meant to be.
It's meant to make you hate the High Evolutionary.
Yeah. That guy, by the way, that actor was fantastic. I really like the actor. I thought he did a great job.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not an easy role to pull off. The High Evolutionary is such a fucking.
I'm still kind of amazed, like with how they did his makeup.
I'm so glad somebody referenced RoboCop in the movie because I was just like, yeah, that's
so. Keona, what was your opinion on the placement of the MCU's first F-bomb?
Honestly, I just kind of rode with it. I was like, you know what?
When we heard that the F-bomb was going to be in there, I assumed it was going to be someone saying it at the High Evolutionary. Or
that's what I thought.
Or it was going to be the only word we understood Groot saying.
Now that would have been amazing.
As funny as that sounds, I think it worked. It worked.
I think it worked
better the way
because that is a very 90s problem. No child alive today understands okay, unlock the door. Yo, but get your hand off the handle. Get in the fucking car. And at the end, James Gunn confirming that we heard him say, I love you guys, because finally us as viewers, for knowing Groot long enough, understood what he was saying. That was a really good touch.
Oh, that's interesting.
He said that's why he did it. He's like, exactly what it is. You guys know him long enough that you understand how he talks.
That's interesting.
I'm like, that's fucking cool. Because that hit
and
me
that makes sense because that was in that's kind of a through line in the entire film too, which because Gamora sits there and she goes like, you guys are making this up, right? Like,
yep. He's like, you're just humoring him. You don't actually know what he's saying.
Yeah, you don't actually know what he's saying, do you?
Yeah. Because the original Gamora knew what he said within no time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's another way to tell that that's not the same Gamora.
I gotta give some props to Zoe Saldana too for playing that role. Like she played it differently, just differently enough, and that's got to be a hard thing to do when you know the character so well and you know how she would react and stuff, and then you have to pull that back and be like, no, this is her, but it's not her.
Absolutely. And on a weird different part of animal cruelty, I love the fact that they took it to the point of bordering on a racial slur when Sean Gunn, I can't think of his name, Sean Gunn's character, Kraglin, called
Cosmo
a not good dog. And
she
treated it like instead of bordering on a racial slur to her. You take that back. That is not okay. It was like, that's how you needed to treat that. That was amazing.
They called me many things. You know what they did not call me? Bad dog.
Bad dog. It's like, because you are a bad dog. But she is. She's a good dog.
Cosmo.
Oh yeah, Cosmo.
Cosmo is
Fantastic.
Yeah.
My goodness. James
All right.
Gunn's last MCU movie.
Yep. Well, good
he
luck
went
with
out on a good
Superman
note.
Legacy.
Oh, he did. He might have the most consistent trilogy of all of the MCU trilogies.
Yeah, I mean, I will say
drop
that.
the
I will
mic.
say
He
that.
does.
Yeah. The only one that comes close is Caps, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the big one. John Wick 4.
Yes.
Yes, let's talk about it. Okay, so for most of the movie, the only thought going through my mind was this is got to be like the greatest action movie I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from maybe Hard Boiled, John Woo's Hard Boiled.
And how they were making up for all of the nut shots and car hits they didn't have in the last movies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so like I said, for the most part, because the ending deflated me.
Really?
I did not like the ending.
And
the reason why I did not like the ending was because it just seems so fucking arbitrary for them to go through like a 30 paces duel. Like it ground everything to a halt for me. Like you had all that momentum and stuff, and like why would you? Okay, like I understood by the end what they were doing, but it's just that like it ground everything to a halt. I don't know. I just thought like the first thought that I had in my mind watching this is just like well, obviously he's gonna let him win, and he's gonna take out the dude. Which, by the way, Bill Skarsgård, great actor, loved him. His character sucked ass. I hated that character so much. And I was like, why? So wait, is this guy like the head of the table? Like, is he like the ultimate head guy? Because like he's the marquee, right? He's the marquee.
Mm-hmm.
So John Wick goes, he kills like the elder guy, who was a different elder from the previous movie.
Mm-hmm.
He kills him dead. So now is this marquee guy the guy that's in charge?
He's as high
apparently?
As Dickens, yeah.
All right. See, I'm just like, okay, so it did not, it wasn't satisfying for me. And these, like, okay, so they're going to make another John Wick because this movie did well.
The studio wants them to.
I hope that they don't. Or that they call it something different, or that it's like it's like a carryover from like the ending, like the very end cliffhanger. Because like John Wick's dead, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and
he's dead.
Unless they find some convoluted way to bring him back
Yeah,
to life.
I mean,
it wouldn't be bringing him back. It wouldn't be bringing him back. It would just say that is a false grave. They would Dark Knight Rise him.
Yeah, they would
do.
Yeah, they would.
That's exactly what they would do.
Yeah.
They're bringing him back to life.
I agree that.
Wait, hold on. I have the perfect sequel. Hold on.
Okay.
And it would be convoluted in bringing him back to life if I could get a John Wick in hell fighting his way out.
No, I wouldn't mind
killing
that.
demons.
I wouldn't mind that.
I could do that.
I would not mind that.
I need.
I mean, you might as well. You might as well do that after this movie, where everybody can get shot in the fucking face and live from like 20 gunshots to the face.
It was
like
they were in the chest and their bulletproof suits, Keona.
I understand that they have bulletproof suits. This is getting ridiculous, though. Like this is so straight incredulity here.
But that's what happens when you have the fourth film in this franchise, though.
Yeah, I mean, you got to up the stakes. I understand that. But the thing of it is that like this is just it. You know, it's getting to the point where it's just being silly.
Did you
However,
know this is the only movie in the series where John Wick isn't like downing painkillers.
Yeah, see, he should be.
Well, he's not trying to not die.
Fair.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But anyway, regardless of that, that's like the only downside for me was just like the ending and how just everything just kind of like slowed to a halt, and I felt deflated by the end. I felt like, even though I know what they're doing, and like I felt like that guy deserves so much more than just a bullet in the head. That guy deserved to like have his limbs chopped off. Like I don't know. I was just I hated Bill Skarsgård's character. He was great. He was other than the accent was a little bit off. But anyway, I couldn't tell if he was German or French half the time.
He was movie villain.
Yes.
He was movie villain. He was mustache twirl.
Yeah.
I like the Mr. Nobody guy. I thought he was cool. And of course loved the dog.
Mhm.
I love that moment where John Wick he has to shoot the other guy because like he can't let him kill another man's
I
dog.
love how we brought that up, where I was like, they're going to have a moment where you cannot make John Wick kill a dog. You
Nope.
cannot.
Yeah. No.
It would completely break the movie if that happened.
And they were like,
Kayfabe is broken.
he's like, I would much rather risk dying than kill an animal.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
So yeah, that was good. I have two favorite sequences in that movie. Number one, of course, I think you all know that. Well, I mean three, if you count like the Arc de Triomphe scene. That was great. Brilliant. I don't know how the hell they did that. That was just that.
And at least like part of that was real ongoing traffic too.
I know.
Mhm.
At least part of it. Yeah, I mean, I read up on it. I was like, did they actually do this practically? And they did a lot of it practically. Yeah, I mean, that's impressive.
Mhm.
I love the. I know people would say it's Hotline Miami, but it's actually like it's this game called the Hong Kong Massacre, which was very like John Woo Bullet Time inspired kind of shootouts and stuff. But yeah, that whole like the whole sequence with the Dragon's Breath shotguns and stuff, that was amazing. Also reminded me of Call of Duty because we had kind of had that a little bit. Incendiary rounds in the Spaz 12s, you know.
Mhm.
In Black Ops, I think it was, or Black Ops 2. So like that whole sequence was amazing, and again, it had me just going like, how in the world did they do this practically? Because it's impressive. It is super impressive. It also reminded me of two things. It reminded me of the sequence in Minority Report where like the little spider things are going around and just scanning people, and how you have that like high, top-down camera angle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of that, and it also reminded me of the first-person shooter sequence in Doom, the movie Doom.
Nice.
It reminded me of that because it's so video gamey, which and I know that sequence was kind of it's a little cringe.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either because I thought like that movie really needed something different. So
Semper Fi, motherfucker.
By the
I don't
way,
hate that movie. It's a bad cinema classic.
By the way, Keona, did you know that the director Chad Stahelski is doing Ghost of Tsushima next?
Interesting.
Yes. Here's my favorite part about that, by the way.
Yeah.
I love how much that no one understands what samurais are anymore. Because everyone that played Ghost of Tsushima is like, oh, it's a good samurai. No. Look up how samurais actually were. They were dishonorable douchebag Ronins that took advantage of people and murdered people. And Chad Stahelski then said that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be the most anti-samurai movie you've ever seen. Because he's not going to make it how everyone thought they were. He's going to make it how Ghost of Tsushima is, where he goes against the code and he's doing all this shit. So he's going to make it that. So everyone's like, it's going to be anti-samurai so that it's not going to be like Ghost. He's like, no, it's going to be just like that because we don't actually understand how samurai were back in the day. They weren't the like Batman.
Well, you had Ronin and you had samurai. Samurai were in service to a lord.
Yeah, but they think
Yeah.
they're like goody cops. That's what they've been
No,
turned
they're
into
not.
in movies now.
They were in service to a lord, which
Yeah.
meant that whatever the lord said, they did.
Yeah,
A
and
daimyo,
people don't
whatever the
get
daimyo
that.
said,
Yes,
they had to go and do it.
that's been so ruined now. Where
Yeah.
everyone's like, they were honorable. No, they
So
fucking
he's
weren't.
essentially he's a ronin
Yes.
because he has no lord.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And you are, I remember you, Brock. I remember you saying this on the podcast the one time where you were like, if they don't get Hiroyuki Sanada to play, because dude, that guy. Okay, first of all, he's the freaking GOAT. Okay, he's the
Yes.
GOAT.
They
He is
need
the
to.
best. I love him so much. I just like the moment, like when he popped up in Infinity War or when he popped up in, I'm sorry, in Endgame, that was great. And in
Absolutely.
the Wolverine, dude, he should have been the end boss. He's Shingen. Like they
Yes.
actually did the comic book accurate death though. So they
Yeah.
did do that. That was amazing.
That was cool.
So like that was a thing of beauty. But like seriously, this guy, like I love Hiroyuki Sanada. I think he's fantastic, and I think they did a really good job here. Him and Donnie Yen had like the best fight in this movie.
The fact that they had the
best fight
doorbells in the freaking kitchen.
Yes. So that's what I was getting to when I said like the Dragon's Breath. That's like my number 2 favorite sequence. Arc de Triomphe. That's like my number 3 favorite sequence. My number 1 favorite sequence was the entire thing in Osaka. The entire Osaka Continental. The entire Osaka Continental sequence was amazing. And the fact that the 3 of them are friends.
Yes. What did you think of what was her name?
Rina Sawayama.
Rina Samiyama.
She was great. Yeah, she did a great job. She handled
and that was her
very
first like acting role too.
Dude, that reminded me of like Ninja Assassin, like all the stuff she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That reminded me of Ninja Assassin, which Ninja Assassin is one of those movies where like it reminds me of the John Wick movies, honestly, because it's just like it, that movie was another one where they had like I feel like some of the flashback sequences I could have lived without, but the major like world building and how they handled like the action in that movie, that was great. So it's a proto John Wick.
I had legit only one complaint about John Wick 4. Legit one. There is points in that movie where I get it. Donnie Yen is supposed to be the guy who's good and all that, but then they get to that point where they go and see Scott
Atkins
character, which my God, that guy was great.
He was fantastic.
But they have him, Mr. Nobody, and John at the table with Scott Atkins' character. And without using Braille and without being told what it is, the blind man knows what his cards are. That made no fucking sense.
How did he do it? I was like, the whole time, I was like, how did he? What?
That was the one part where I'm like, you legit forgot he was blind. Otherwise, you can't do this scene. Because there's no Braille, there was no nothing. He just went,
unless he's not like totally, well, but he plucked out his own eyes, though.
He's 100% blind. He is 110,000% blind. I was like, that made no sense. That scene
because they were like, how did they take out your eyes and stuff? And he's like, they didn't take them. I gave them.
I gave them. Yeah, in service so that he would give not his daughter, right? Would leave his daughter alone. Correct? Yeah. But like the rest of it was always great. And like it just like at the end when he hits him down the fucking steps, as he's going the whole way up, I'm like, he's getting kicked down those steps. He's gonna have to go up it again. So when he goes up, get the hell up, John. We've only got so much time, and they're just left this. Sure, going fucking right back up the steps. Oh, it was fantastic.
That stunt guy, that stunt double, who literally took all those steps, went down those steps, man. I was like, oh my God, how did this guy not suffer like major injuries?
And I love how they didn't skip it. They were like, we're gonna make you feel how.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, no, that far shot of him just falling down the steps and stuff. I was like, oh my dear God, that is like
that scene is a mood.
Yes, It was fantastic.
That was the myth of Sisyphus, man.
Yeah, and also Mr. Nobody's dog grabbing that guy by the dick and pulling him out before he shoots him is fantastic.
That fucking guy, he never died. They shot him like 50 times and he never died.
Yeah, that was the one where it was just like, okay, he got a proper end.
I was like, come on. He fell down. They threw him off stairs. They did like everything to this guy short of setting him on fire, and he never died. I was like, come on.
To be fair, they did throw John Wick onto his head into a van from 3 stories up, and he didn't die.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, it has been established. I know. I was like, how the hell did John Wick not die from that?
I did get a laugh though when they were doing the duel at the end, and they had to empty their pockets, and John's taking off his jacket, and you just hear bullets clattering out of everything.
Just like yeah.
So I was like, are all those bullets missing him? And then they did the thing at the end. They're like, nope, they were just all embedded in that fucking jacket. No one believes in foot shots. It has to be chest or head, otherwise John would have been dead. Because all he did was just cover his face. Yeah, and then I did feel the only thing that felt really surreal, kind of out of weird to me, and it made me feel kind of uncomfortable because the unfortunate timing is that Lance got killed in the movie.
Yeah. I was surprised at that. I was surprised that it happened so fast.
Same.
But I love how they made a big deal about him being dead. Yeah, they were just like, no, he was a good friend. Like, did you know his name and all the the wishes and stuff? I was
prepped. I was prepped for it because I edited the Marquee episode. So I was prepped for him dying, but I was still for Charon dying. But I was like, oh man, that sucks. That sucks.
Gonna miss him very much.
Yeah, and I wish that he had been around for a little bit longer, but at least he got that sequence in chapter 3 where he was, he was a straight badass.
Yes, he was.
Straight up badass. Amazing. Yeah, Lance Reddick, we miss you.
Every day.
But Ian McShane was very good in this movie. Really good. All of the references. The nunchaku, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee would have been so happy with the way that they portrayed that in this movie. Because you can tell, I don't think Keanu's a super master at handling that weapon, but he did a really good job for what it was. And you could tell that he really gave it his all. And I thought that there was so much, there was so many, the way that, the thing that really got me was, especially in Osaka, the way that they designed the sets and everything. That's the thing about these movies, about the John Wick films, is that in terms of pure action movies, they just design everything around the fact that there's going to be an action sequence here. Everything in the set needs to be positioned and utilized for that reason.
You've heard me say this before, but this movie didn't have action scenes; it had action suites.
Yes, it did.
And his use of color and lighting in films.
Yes.
Is amazing.
It was the movement of an orchestral piece. It was like a symphony. This was like a symphony of stunt work.
They weren't afraid to be choppy either, though. There's one scene, I can't remember how the hell it works, but the daughter and the dad were in a fight scene, and then some dude ends up getting chopped and tripped, and his body kicks up, and an arrow comes and just shoots the guy's kneecap and pegs him into the wall, and he's just draped, falling over. I'm just there's so many weird little just grungy deaths like that in the middle of all this great choreographed stuff that make it still feel real.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, because everything is impactful and stuff like that. These guys, let your stunt directors or let your people that have been in stunt work actually direct action sequences, because when you do that, you don't get some Born Identity chopped to all hell edited to with whip pans and all kinds of shit. You actually get a straight up shot, a oneer almost, and just a straight up shot where they pull the camera back, let you see the action, and let you feel the impact of every single blow. And like that's what you want to do when you're doing an action flick like this. So we got the Bruce Lee reference. We got Donnie Yen just in there, like, and I know Donnie Yen really respects Bruce Lee, and I know that he, like, you know, I know Keanu Reeves does too, obviously. Like, there's so much going on. Like, I almost thought of the way that they positioned, like, the glass panes and that, like, reminded me of Enter the Dragon, kind of, with the mirror fight at the very end. Like, it kind of it was reminiscent of that in a way. And also, like, I wanted to say, like, there was one reference, the fact that they referenced, like, the Warriors with the radio DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And the call letters for the station is WUXIA.
Oh.
That's Wuxia.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That
I was like,
actually
holy
pretty
shit.
clever.
That was really clever.
Yep.
Oh, man. You just referenced, like, the entire genre. Like, this movie, you know, as much as I give it crap for being unrealistic and stuff, like it reminded me of, like, the John Woo movies, like A Better Tomorrow Part 2. It's like the heroic bloodshed movies of, like, Hong Kong cinema. That's basically what this is. It's a heroic bloodshed movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the John Wick films have always been.
Mm-hmm.
The fight with I guess his name is Killa or something, like Scott Adkins' character.
Yeah, Killa.
That was ridiculous.
That whole fight in the nightclub, like, I was like, okay, this is more the Iceberg Lounge than the Iceberg Lounge was in the Batman. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, they did a really I don't, you know, like, there's so much in this movie that I absolutely love. When Hiroyuki Sanada goes up to his two sumo bodyguards, and he goes like, "Don't let them get in." I was like, I'm literally sitting here in this empty room with nobody else watching this movie, and I literally went, "Oh shit!"
Yep. Yes.
He just let loose the two sumo tori guys, like, going at it. Oh man, that's awesome. I was like, geez. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like in this movie. There's just a couple of things where I was like, I was a bit taken out of it, or just didn't care for it. But I half expected him when he was going down that staircase. I half expected him to go to the camera and just go bang and die. I was like, if you guys throw in a Spike Spiegel reference, I am done.
Oh boy.
This actually, though, that movie just gave me a lot of hope for, you know, whatever they decide to do. Did you guys see the Continental trailer, the one that just got released?
I did
not the most recent one.
Okay, I saw the most recent one. I think it looks pretty good. They're definitely keeping, like, that whole martial arts, you know, the action stuff pretty much intact, at least from what I can see. I'm curious to see what they do with the franchise. I don't know if I want them making another one, like maybe just do a spin-off or something. Like, is that ballerina spin-off still happening, or is that, like,
it's well, honestly, I don't know what 2024 is going to look like in general because of
we don't know anymore.
It's expected to be released, I think, June 2024.
Okay. All right.
And Len Wiseman is directing it, so that'll be pretty interesting.
That'll be interesting. I hope he goes more underworld with it and less Die Hard. But, you know.
You don't want a ballerina throwing a plane at or throwing a car at a helicopter?
I wouldn't mind. No, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, so you know, I'm curious to see where it goes, and I did like this movie overall. I will say that, just to put a capper on it.
Wow, we have been going for almost 3 hours. I think this might be the longest podcast that we've done with the fewest amount of people.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Say, get the parameters in there because nothing's topping the freaking.
This was just like a zeroing out, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But guys, this has been a lot of fun for those who watched or listened. Thank you guys for joining us. Before we get out of here, Brock, where can everyone find you online?
Everyone can find me at insert social media platform here at Organoid Zero, and mainly on Twitch and YouTube. Anyone, if you are interested in the Marvel Spider-Man 2 sequel, I'll be giving away a digital deluxe copy at the midnight launch of the game. All you need to be doing is being subscribed and watching, and you will be entered into an automatic spinner that will pick a winner I'll probably do it about 2 hours into the stream. Stop by, $5, and win something that's worth $85. I think that's a pretty good deal. So
Nice.
see you there, October 20th.
Very cool.
And Keona, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on the Twitter. I will not call it the other name. At Neoplasmic24, and you can also find me on Threads and Instagram at Neoplasmic81, and that's pretty much it.
And you guys can find me on various social media at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42, and you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and the social media site formerly known as Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And
Pandora.
last but not least, and Pandora.
Pandora, for some reason. You don't mention a banana meter anymore either, jerk.
And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we. That'll do it for this episode of the Renegade Pop Culture Free-For-All. We will catch you guys later. Peace out.